yeah, they will see your communication skills and how much you are ready to come forward and let them know. If there's a problem, you have to let them know, right? You can't just keep it yourself. So that's the main point, maybe a soft skill that you can learn. And we all can give a good pat to ourselves for joining and attending this particular community event. Okay, cool. So who are all mentors here already? Teach people and guide your juniors. Some silent smiling faces. So yeah, can you just tell what you, your background and intro about you?
So I'm a senior front-end developer working at YuniQ. Yeah?
They can see you.
So hi, I'm Ayasuddin. I'm a senior front-end developer working at YuniQ for the Perfect Doc Studio. The main reason I came here is that since I was, I'm from a different background. I have a degree in genetic engineering. Then I learned coding and switched to IT. So in my learning days, I used to follow Tapas on YouTube. So that's the first reason I came here. I wanted to witness his teaching in real time, in person. Yeah. You asked me about mentorship, right? So I've mentored my juniors in React. Yeah.
Here as well. If anybody is interested in React and has any doubts, feel free to ask him. And many other folks are here who are well-versed in React. Maybe you can get contact of them, and you can approach now or even later get connected on LinkedIn. And one more thing, how many of you have LinkedIn here, or the college students? And how many of you have kept them updated? So silently I could see the hands rising down. Okay. So what you have to do is, first when you come for an event or whatever it can be, it doesn't mean only the professionals have to keep their LinkedIn updated. You all would have several milestones that you will be achieving in your particular college time, or even before college, right? Nowadays, kids, even a 10-year-old kid is starting a startup. So we never know who will be starting that. So you all start updating your LinkedIn. Fine? Okay, cool. Now today we have 3 talks. I'll just give us summary of we'll have just 3 talks. So from 3 different, very unique and very talented speakers. Already we have fan of a speaker here. So we are very excited to have you here. Thank you for joining us. Cool. Now we'll be just having an intro session. Whomever wants to come and give an intro about yourself, you can utilize this opportunity. So everybody can get to know what you're looking for, where have you come from. Maybe they might have an problem, or they want to know about something, and they may get benefit from this. Yes? So this time we'll go with professionals, people who are here. Make use of this opportunity, come forward. Nobody is ready? So I thought all professionals will be very open. They are all, no, if I give eye contact, they'll definitely call me. I'll just let my heads down. Okay, I guess you can come. Yes. Your name? Saravana? Saravana Kumar. Can you just give him a round of applause? Yes? Yeah.
Hi everyone. Actually, I'm a big fan of Yuvaraj. நான் ஆக்சுவலாக பார்த்தீங்கன்னா பிக் ஃபேன் ஆஃப் யுவராஜ் அவர் ரொம்ப நாளாக நான் ஃபாலோ பண்ணிகிட்ருக்கேன். ஸோ இப்போ நான் இப்போ இந்த இதுக்கு எதுக்கு வந்திருக்கேன்னா, ஆக்சுவலாக இப்போ ஏஐ எப்படி அடாப்ட் பண்ணி ஃப்ரண்ட் அண்ட் யூஐ டெவலப்மெண்ட் ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ணுறது அப்படின்னு. ஆக்சுவலாக நான் யூஏஎக்ஸில் ஒர்க் பண்ணியிருக்கேன், சாஃப்ட்வேர் இன்ஜினியரிங்காக ஒர்க் பண்ணிகிட்ருக்கேன். ஃபஸ்ட்டு கெரியர் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுறப்ப பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, ஓகே, ஃபஸ்ட்டு கெரியர் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுறப்ப பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஆக்சுவலாக டிசைனில் தான் ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ணியிருந்தேன். மொபைல் ஆப் ஸ்க்ரீன், யூஎஸ் ஸ்க்ரீன்ஸ் டிசைன் பண்ணுறது, வெப் ஆப் ஸ்க்ரீன்ஸ் டிசைன் பண்ணுறது. ஸோ இப்போ கரண்ட்லி பார்த்தீங்கன்னா டிசைனர்ஸ் வந்து ஃப்ரண்ட் அண்ட் டெவலப்மெண்ட் வந்து ஈஸியாக பண்ணுற மாதிரி இருக்குது. இப்போ நான் ஆக்சுவலாக வந்து கிளாட் சோனாட் இந்த மாதிரி யூஸ் பண்ணிகிட்டு இருக்கேன். ஸோ இப்போ இந்த மீட்டிங்கையும் வந்து ஸோ ஏதாவது வந்து ஏஐ ரிலேட்டடாக வந்து ஹவு டு ஃபாஸ்ட் இம்ப்ரூவ் யூஏ டு ஃப்ரண்ட் அண்ட் டெவலப்மெண்ட் அண்ட் ஃபுல் ஸ்டாக் டெவலப்மெண்ட்டுக்காக ஸோ லேர்னிங்காக வந்திருக்கேன். ஸோ தேங்க்யூ.
Yeah, thank you. So now we have few people still joining. I think this time the audience we are expecting is more. Okay, cool. So we have few people at the back, and we already have some people here. Can we just call someone? Yes, you can. Everybody is turning back and seeing.
So, hi guys, I am Arish from Surfboard Payments, working as a backend developer. So, this is my first talk actually, so little nervous. So, yeah, this is my first D3 event I am going to attend, and I have attended past 3 events with Madhavan. So, yeah, that's it. Madhavan.
கொடுத்துரு டேய் அவட்ட குடுறா.
Yes, I think they have attended with Madhavan. We can just call out him as well. He also builds community. Is always an people who goes to many events, attends, and even mentors people. So we can just call out him. Yes.
Hi guys, so this is Madhavan. So like I'm working as a software engineer for past 1 years. So I'm also like running a small community called Chennai, where I'm like providing some like mentorship to startup founders and people who have some like idea to start a startup or like planning for like freelancing and all. Like you can reach out to me. Like if anything KT I should be done from my side means I will do it. So thank you.
Personal branding. Okay, cool. So this is the vibe that I want. Like when I was calling out the people out there, everybody just turned yourself. No, so you are very curious, but you are not coming forward. Yeah. So fine. So we have few people joining. Can we just? Can I ask you people if you are a college student or working professional? People who have just joined us here. You are from college or working? You are all working. So can you just give an intro of yourself? Yeah.
So hi guys. So myself Karthik again. I am working in YuniQ. Yeah. So my name is Karthik again. I am working in YuniQ at a product basically. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much. So we have, how many of you know the roadmap of like what D3 community actually does and what all we have did previously in the events? Anybody have any idea on that? கொஞ்சம் ரெஸ்பாண்ட் ஆச்சு பண்ணுங்களேன். Why are everybody very silent? Saturday morning, it's like Monday morning, like you also feel like Saturday morning, no? Very drowsy kind of feel. Is that so? No? You're all very energetic. Yeah? Yes? I could hear yes only from the speaker, not from the attendees who are here. Can I get a yes? Louder? Still louder? Okay, fine. So I will see if this particular energy maintained till the end of the event. Okay, cool. So how many of you people upgrade yourselves, learn new technologies, experiment with the tools that come new? You don't? Okay, professionals we definitely have to do, else we can't survive. That is untold truth, bitter truth that's behind. So why is learning or adapting to new technologies is very important? For faster development, yes. Apart from that, how many of you automated things? What is automation? What is automation? Sorry, I could hear some people say some answers. What is automation? Okay, to do tasks without any human interaction. Okay, then do some repetitive tasks. Okay. So how many of you have used, what kind of tools have you used? Which are things that you have automated already? Sending reports every week. So have you all felt that after this particular automation has, we all know it has existed for so long period of time, but currently it has been in trend, yes? After the boom of ChatGPT and other AI assistants, we will definitely know this is the boom. How many of you have utilized that apart from being work to your daily life routines? Nobody? Sorry? So that's why you came here to learn. Cool. Fine. So anybody who have did, you can just give an idea. So few people are here to learn on that. If you have did any automation, you can just give a tip on that. Yes. I think you have already attended this meetup.
This is my second meetup from D3 community. I did a automation for myself. I don't track my expenses, so I just upload my statement, and then I just track my emails. What are the related to my payments? I just gather it, and then collectively I just get the all report, and then I'll see what are the expense, how I will do, and then how I will reduce my expenses. This kind of way I'll done for myself. Okay, thank you.
That's cool. When everybody, we'll have money in our hands, what we will do? We'll spend it. Just like that, we'll go many times, right? But here, one thing that have you noticed very well, that's great one that you track. We all have expense trackers, applications in our mobiles, and it is a little easy also to track. But we have to be very sure, like what kind of permissions that we give into that, what kind of data we give into that. That's very, very important. So be aware of that and be responsible when you're using AI. So this is a point that everybody has to note down. Do not give your credit cards or debit cards and go check. Do not automate such stuffs. Okay, fine. Apart from this, how many of you like building products, building communities, want to be a part of communities in going future? So why are you so interested in that? Okay, build our connections and grow together. So what is connections and how will you grow with them? Okay, to share knowledge about tech and other steps, fine. So is this the only thing that you be in the community? So how many of you want to get a chance to be here, taking the mic and speaking throughout the event? How many of you interested in that? Speak, okay, few are interested. So few, I could see in their eyes sparkling of that, but you're like, ஐயோ சொல்லிட்டாங்கன்னா கூப்பிட்டுருவாங்க. So this is the idea that kind of thing that you have in your mind. That's cool. Definitely it happens. So I was once an audience. Okay. So not here. When I was I will be always in the audience side. I will demotivated me and made me very nervous that I never come onto the stage because people might mock me or think very poorly of me, such kind. So what I did, I started attending competitions. I boosted my self-esteem. I boosted my confidence. That's okay. We will do it. Then I started hosting events. Then I started speaking. So being a public speaker, definitely we want to do. So I just hold a mic, take a long breath of just 2 to 3 seconds. I started speaking. That's the only tip that I followed, and still now it's helping me. So wherever they ask me, giving me the opportunity, like just take the mic and speak, I'll just raise my hands and go. What will they think of me? They'll not think anything. They'll just get to know me, no? Other than that, will they think bad of me? No. Even if they think, that's not a problem. You are improving, and they might be a little, you'll have a different journey. Yeah. So have this in mind. After this particular starting of the talk, in middle of the sessions, definitely you'll ask someone. Maybe you can come forward and get yourself introduced. Yeah. So we are very happy to welcome you all to this D3 Digital Dreamers Dens Meetup 5. So we have 3 amazing speakers here who have different topics and playing very important roles in their particular company, and few are a co-founder of the company, founder of the company. We have such people here. So first talk will be from Aakash Dhakshnamoorthy. So he's an associate software engineer. So at Torney Harris Integration Solutions. So can we all just give him a round of applause to introduce? Thank you for joining us and have yours.
So yeah, hi guys. How are you? Fine. So first of all, thank you for coming here. Like that too, you decided to spend your weekends with us. So who are all college students here? So remaining all professionals. So which college you are, guys? So whole group, bunch of people you came here. Okay, so full of CITs. Any other college? Satyabama. Panimala yara? Okay. Yes, sir, Amma. Okay. So yeah, guys, myself, Dhakshnamoorthy, Aakash Dhakshnamoorthy. So today I'm going to take about like AI plus Docker smart integration. So paaka fancy arko, but it's a basic stuff I will take, okay? So before going into the content, I just want to play you some video. Visible, right? I can think it's hearable till the last. What do you think, guys? Do you accept this? So this is the current scenario going into the industry right now. So each and everything like yeah, right? So I just want to share you one little story. So last week I'm a part of Bangalore Tech Summit. Do you know about that? So I'm a part of that. Like so interesting is that like I went and approached one booth. So they are into separate domain, but their company was, example, I don't want to reveal the company name. So xxx.ai. So what do you think that company will do? Any guess? Okay. So it's a bit different. They are manufacturing a tablet for washing machine cleaning. Do you accept it? They're manufacturing a tablet capsule for cleaning the washing machine or vessel, that all those sink and all. But they kept the AI into their company name. So if I go and ask, they are saying like it's just fancy word, we have kept it in AI. So nowadays the product owners are thinking like if we keep AI into our company's name, they're thinking like a company will be better, we'll get a lot of investors. So that's what I need to say. Like first think about your problem statement and then decide whether your problem statement, for your problem statement, does AI is required or not. Because a lot of solutions can be developed without AI itself. So simply that API cost, the open API actually spending $3 to earn $1. Do you know that? They're actually spending $3 to earn $1. So even OpenAPI is figuring out the business model. Till now they doesn't know how to get the revenue. All the money you are saying 3 billion, like 3,000 billion, all those things are investors' money, not your money. So actually even OpenAPI or big tech stack, they are figuring out the AI business model, how to get the profit out of this AI business. So first getting into AI field, think of it whether for our problem statement or our domain AI suits well or not, then jump into the AI thing or anything, okay? என்னடா உள்ள வரப்ப ஏன் உள்ள வராதான்னு சொல்ல, don't think of that way. Like because nowadays like I see and the Bangalore tech stack போறப்போ like most of the companies are having AI into their name. Then I realized okay, something is missing. Like it's a buzzword, people are using that even if it's there or not in their company solution, normally they are using the AI into their tech stack. So still it's playing. So like this all things, you know, like ChatGPT, this is the basic GPT, and these are all the models available, Anthropic, DeepSeek, Gemini model. So generally what is LLM? Large language model, right? So if you ask any query, it will require this query. Okay. So this is my X mark. Okay la? Yeah. So hi, is it visible? The question is visible to you? So I asked how would I like to fly to North London? Will you think it will book me tickets? No, because ChatGPT doesn't have access for it, right? So it will just give you the information, but it can't able to book you the tickets. So if it want to book you the ticket, what I need to do? I need to contact any of this airline. These are dummy airlines, don't go and search. Like Joy Air, Dak Air, like Aerogo, all those kind of airlines. So if, so this is the missing point. So AI need to talk with these airlines and get me some tickets. So this missing point is called as agents. So that's where agent comes into play. So you will all hear like agent, right? AI agent, agentic AI. So AI agent is nothing but it will think out of its own and decide what it need to be done. So behind, if you see, is nothing but API call. Everything is a function. So in Python, everyone knows Python, right? Programming, I think you know. Like the function you will write that. All those functions only we called as tool. That tool only integrated with the help of API and integrating with the backend services. Okay. So nothing but if I want to book this ticket, I need to use their API. And LLMs knows, okay, a person wants to book the ticket on Joy Air, and with the help of that API endpoint, it will book the ticket. So it's nothing but tool call. Tool call is nothing but in turn it's a function call. So with the knowledge of this tool call, all those things, so it will be difficult for the developers to write the code. For example, if I want to integrate all these airlines, I need to write tons of codes for all of these tools, right? So that's where the MCP comes into play. MCP, do you all guys know? Model Context Protocol. Did anyone hear about it? What is that? Anyone, guys? Kind of thing. So yeah, it's correct only. So in the previous slide you can see we have different tools, different APIs, right? So all together in a single platform called as MCP. So if I want to use all this airline, I don't want to go and get all these APIs. If I get this MCP server alone, I can easily able to access all these airline services. Okay, it's kind of a single platform where you can able to access to any of the services. So that is called as MCP. So see, if I want to use airline, I will use this MCP. So this MCP consisting of hotel booking. So if I want to book hotel also as well, so I can use this MCP and easily able to book these hotels. Okay, so instead of making the things complicate, it will make the developers easy to connect with all the third-party services or third-party application, and easily we can able to access the things. So if you see the MCP, so inside that box there are three things, which is MCP client, which is your agent, and inside MCP that box, MCP servers will be there. The servers in turn is all these APIs. So those things they will take care. So we doesn't want to consider those things. So we just need to connect our agent with the MCP server. That's it. So all the backend things the airline will take care of that. So it will make even if you are developing any website, So if you want to connect airline to your website, so it doesn't want to sit and write tons and lots of code. So just if you connect with the MCP server, easily it will connect to any of the airline or any of the third-party application. So this is the architecture of MCP. So think it of like a C-type cable. So you can connect anything like Slack, Gmail, calendar, or your Mac, MCP servers, all those things. Just this MCP server can be easily connected to a laptop, like that kind of thing. But don't in the malla connect panna mudiyadhu. It's just for visualization. Okay. So think of it, it's an MCP client. MCP client is nothing but your LLM. Like it can be a Claude or Cursor, all those things. And this, with the help of this MCP single standard server, we can able to connect all the tools. Okay, this is the like simple architecture. So that's what, like in depth. So as I said, MCP host, like nothing but MCP client. That there is the Claude or any of the thing, and then MCP server. So server A has been connected to the Postgres. Server B has been connected to your local file. Server C has been connected to thing. I can easily connect to any of the server, either of the server. Even the client A can connect to any of the server, client B and client C. Anything can be connected to anywhere. So things will be so simple for the developer to develop. So easily you can develop the prototype or MVP with the help of this MCP things. So this architecture will be simple. So this is without MCP, with MCP. So without MCP, we want to connect either of this tool. See the complexity. So it's very complex, right? So with the MCP, make it simple. Like Anthropic, through this MCP, I can easily connect any LLM through any of the services easily with MCP. Okay, it makes the standard protocol and it's a narrow down your way to connect with your third-party applications. So with this thing, if you jump it out in the next slide, here this is what the next thing, like agent to agent. Like two agents will communicate with each other, they will say, right? So this is what that. Like think of like I want to book the hotel, so book the airline, as well as after I'm reaching the London, I need to book hotel. So if you just ask that agent, book me the flight to London and book me the hotel, that's it. So this agent will take care of everything. The host, the flight agent, which will be considered as the host agent, and it will sends the detail to booking the flight to the flight agent, and to book the hotel, the flight agent will talk to the hotel agent and he will book and returns back. So this is called as agent to agent protocol. If two agents talking to each other, it is called as agent to agent protocol, which was released by Google, A2A protocol. So yeah, this is that normally nothing but since MCP client and MCP server, you need to talk, right? So MCP client is your Claude or Cursor, as we see in the previous slide. So this is the MCP client, like Anthropic, Claude, all those things. So anyway, it need to talk to these things, right? So what is inside this box? So that is where this transport layer comes into play. So yeah, so transport layer is nothing but there are two things. One is local and one is server. Local is called a studio. So if I want to connect with any of the local thing, we can use studio transport layer. And if I want to connect with any of the third party application like that flight booking or hotel booking, you can use SSE event. So you won't understand the beginning itself, just note it down, because all these things are the keywords or key points. So it will be, even if you're coming into the AI domain, like it will be very useful for you guys. Because இதெல்லாம் எனக்கு புரிஞ்சிக்கிறதுக்கே ஒரு 2 வாரம் கிட்ட ஆச்சு. So I know you can't able to understand, but yeah, just note it down, all the technical words I'm saying, and then you can figure it out. What is that? இதுதான் அந்த thing. Actually என்ன கார்ட்டூன் தெரியுமா இது? எனக்கு மறந்துச்சு பேரு. What? Simpsons. Correct. So front it will look like that, but back end all the things will look like that only. So yeah, so we'll jump into the demo. தண்ணி குடிச்சிட்டு வந்துடுறேன். So before demo, like Google recent has released one cursor kind of ID. Anyone knows that? What is that? Sending a speaker setting. What is that anti-gravity? Same as cursor, right? Anyone tried it? You tried it. How was it? Improve. Cursor is working fine. But they claims that all the cons of cursor has been improved as pros of anti-gravity. No. Okay. Okay. Even I haven't tried it. So yeah, like, what guys? Same as Notion. Notion will be too complex, but this Obsidian makes the life easy for you to take the notes. So what we are going to do it without touching this app. We are going to, with the help of MCP server and the LLM, we are going to control this app and create a note automatically with the help of LLM. Okay, I won't touch this app. So let me show. So for that you need a Docker desktop. So in the Docker desktop only will act as the MCP server. So MCP server will be containerized into your Docker and it will talk to your third party application, which is nothing but Obsidian. Okay. So for that, if you go to the Docker, download this Docker desktop and then still it's in beta version, MCP toolkit. So if you go inside the MCP toolkit, you can able to find the servers, catalogs, clients, all those things. So first catalog. So if you go under catalog, here you can able to see all the servers. See, Slack is there, Playwright, MCP, DuckDuckGo, Grafana. So with the help of all these things, just you need to click add button and you need to give the API of that server. So like that, I already connected. You type the Obsidian in the catalog, it will pop up like this in the box. You just need to add, press the click button. So on the minute of pressing the click button, you need to talk to your talk through API key. So for that, you need to get the API key of Obsidian. So that you need for that alone you need to open your app. So just open it and go to the setting which is in the below. Company laptop. Yeah, see there below you can see local REST APIs. So if you, I already added. So if you want to add, just first community plugins. If you click on that community plugin and click on this browse, here you can search it. Search at local REST. Yeah, it's already been installed. So once you install it, it will give you an API key. So save it and just paste that API key here. Once you press this plus button, it will ask you to, I think it doesn't ask. For Obsidian, it will ask, open that API key. So just paste that API key and it will be able to connect to the Obsidian software. So once the server has been connected, so client you need to connect, right? So for client, we will use client as Claude. Okay. So Claude is the client. I will show it here, you can understand. So that's what we are doing. Think it this as a Docker, MCP toolkit. This is Claude and this part is Obsidian. So through this, through Docker, through Claude, we are going to give query and this Docker will take care of talking with this software, which is nothing but Obsidian. Okay, understood, right? So now we are inside this Docker. This setup is done. Now we need to do this setup, which is nothing but client. So client also, it's very simple. Just go to this same client tab and just here it still is. If you want to have Claude desktop, it will show you download. Once you downloaded, it will show you button connect. Just click it, that's it. It will connect. You doesn't want to do like get the API, paste it here, there, nothing. Just click connect button, it will connect. So now those setup is done. So once first time once you connected, just restart the Claude app. So once restarted, here you can able to see MCP Docker. GitHub, its next demo, I will show it, MCP Docker. So, if you click on this Docker, you can able to see all the tools related to Obsidian. So all this tool I can able to access. So here I can see like delete file, complex search, all those things. So if I want to show you, so what notes can we make? How to make biryani? Huh? சும்மா தான் கேட்பேன், அதுக்கு ஆன்சர் சொல்லக்கூடாது, ஆல்ரெடி ஸ்கிரிப்டட். Okay. So it will generate the detailed notes and then it will store it, create a file in Obsidian, and it will create a file. So it's just creating. See, even it's, if it want to use the tool directly, it won't use. It will ask you permission. So if you want, you can deny, or if you want, allow once or allow always. So it has been created the notes. So once I click allow once, it will start to create the, yeah. Did you hear about Lucknow style? Is this thing there, Lucknow biryani? Huh? I haven't heard it. So if you go inside Obsidian, you can able to see somewhere, yeah. See, here it is. So you can able to see it, right, without even touching a single thing. Like I have created a whole notes. So like this, you can able to connect to any of the third-party application. So recently I saw one video like where with the help of Claude they are connecting with the that designing software. Not recently, it was way back. CAD or something software, right? Not Canva, like that designing software, 3D designing software. Not Figma. Blender. Correct. So the whole thing, just a prompt, the whole design has been created by the Claude itself. The whole 3D design of some vehicle. So like this, with the help of this LLM, you can able to achieve something great. So without even touching this third-party application, I'm able to access this and create the whole nodes. Able to understand this thing. And this is, I'm using like third-party, like public server. So even if you want, you can create your own server. So that thing also I made it. So this is my own server. Nothing but I am connecting to the GitHub and fetching the pull request. Okay. So for that, again you need GitHub API token, GitHub token. So I will show you how you need to get that. If you click on login to your GitHub account, and if you click on your profile, setting button, it's loading, right? Okay, this thing is hidden. Update GitHub. So if you once click on the setting button and went into a developer settings, here you can able to generate the personal fine grain token. Okay. So just generate token and generate it. And once you generated it, just go and paste it here. So here I am nothing but using the token I am authorizing, and this is the endpoint. Just this is the repo name and owner name, all the PR requests, all those things. And here I am sending the URL, fetching the JSON, the response from the GitHub, and I'm aligning it, and then finally I'm returning this result. So the server is in my local, right? How it can be connected to the cloud? So that thing can be done using, if you go inside cloud, this server connection is not done by Docker, Again, I will show with this example itself. So before you used this thing as Docker, now we are using this thing like this is my local laptop. Okay, through my local laptop we are connecting the GitHub. Okay, before the scenario was this MCP was the Docker. Now this MCP was my local laptop. Okay. So if you go to this Claude, you click on the top 3 button, File, Settings. If you went to Developer, see this is the config file. So through this config is nothing but it's a kind of map where we are saying the Claude, this is where my server locates, go and pick it up. Okay. So if I click on this edit config, so even the I will show you. Yeah, you are able to see it. See, this is the name of the MCP server, and then the command how to run it, and the path where does it exist. And yeah, this is till the file path. So here I am saying this is the path where my MCP server lies. So if you want to use that server, go and pick it up. Okay, the same thing is happening for MCP Docker also. See, Docker, and through the Docker, since it's a third-party application, through the Docker gateway, I am accessing it, and all this local variable where the Docker files lies. So here I gave the path like map to the MCP. So where is my GitHub MCP server lies? So if I ask any question related to that, it will go and check this map, and it knows where the location is, and it will use that tool to get me the details. Okay. So if I go and ask, so here I'm asking, get me the pull request of the pull request number. That is my repository and owner name. So if I send it, it knows like okay, user is asking about GitHub, so it will go and check in that edit config, that map, and it knows okay, GitHub tool is there. It will go to that location and it will use that server. So you can able to see. So this all nothing but this all the parameter. If you want to use this function. So if you want to use that function, I said no, nothing. Everything is A is nothing but it's a function tool call. So if you want to use that function, those 3 are the parameter you need to pass. So that parameter LLM itself will knows from your query. It will decide, see, owner, repo, and the PR number. So it will decide and it will send you that parameter and call that function. And then through that GitHub access, all those access token, it will go and fetch me the details and it will return back, and LLM will summarize and give it back to me. See, Spring update something. So what is the fixed issue, purpose, all those things getting. Are you clear, guys? So here we used two things. One is public server, which is the Docker, and the private server, which was created by us as GitHub. Okay, through that we are connecting with any third-party application, fetching the details. Everything is clear, right? புரியுதா எல்லாருக்கும்? இல்லை ஃபர்ஸ்ட் செஷனே தூங்க வச்சுதானா? Nothing like that, right? Okay. So yeah, I have to relay this one. It happens, right? Just in 2 lines of prompt, it will give the whole file. But over error adicha adu enga adikudhu kandupidikkadhuke we will take a lot of days for us to debug it, right? So that's why finally I want to say, like, get use of AI tools, but full ah depend panni irukadinga. Even if it gives a 4 lines of code, understand by yourself. And then if you interview panal college students solradinga interview panalame, they will expect that like that only. They will allow you to use the AI, that API, all those things, but you need to understand how it works. Without understanding, if you use, there is no use of it. Okay. So yeah. So you can connect me through LinkedIn, and if you have any query related to AI, you can contact me. So do you have any doubt, guys? Anything? Yes, yes, sir. That's what like the Docker will Docker will act as a toolkit. So for the GitHub I wrote some lines of code, right? For Docker we didn't wrote any lines of code because already it's pre-exist. So through that easily by clicking the button we are connecting it. So for GitHub connection I wrote a line of code and I'm just saying the location of the code and it will execute that code. Same thing happens to Docker, but Docker the code is in the Docker company server. So with the help of clicking button I'm easily able to connect with the third party application. Docker is not a mandatory, it's one way of connecting with the tool. That's what I said. Two things is public and server. That public itself we can connect through many things. Like Docker is one way. There are a lot of ways. Is there like direct on the server and the third party application? Select time they will provide a direct link to connect with the server. So either the Docker is also one kind of way. Sir, you can able to see right in the inside Docker there are a lot of small boxes there. No, like Slack is there, Playwright is there. So all things easily we can able to integrate with their application through way of Docker. So one way to connect with the third party application. That's it. It's not a mandatory. It's one way. Instead of having one API, easily we can able to connect it. Anyway, finally you need to containerize it. So automatically it's containerizing. That's it, right? Understand? That's merge request. Now we have done pull request only. So merge request means it will ask you, and I said no. Like even if you want to use the tool, it will ask you permission. Permission illama it won't do. So even if you want to accept the merge request, it will ask you permission. Only if you give the permission, it will use that API and get the accept the merge request. So those authentication is done in the GitHub itself. So GitHub token we are giving, and we are giving this, and while you are generating the GitHub token itself, it will ask you which repository you need to select and who are all need to access it. Now private, in a public repository easily can able to access it. So if you are giving access to your project repository, and the access token you will generate in such a way like these are all the people can able to access it. So in the access token you can access access கொடுத்தா தான் access பண்ண முடியும். Understand, right? Yes.
So I have two doubts. The first thing is we are using a local server and then a public server, right? For some reason, my local server might go, non-responsive. In those cases, I can use my public server. My doubt is in the public server, do they have any, limits? Even though we are using our API key, it is a public server, right? So for their server, do they have any limits or any pricing?
It depends on the tool we are using. So in this Obsidian, there is no limit access is there. So I heard in Playwright there are that pay thing is that payment kind of thing. So where per day only 30 or 40 requests can able to handle it. So those kind of limits is there in the public server.
Okay, so this is basically as simple as how they rate the APIs. Okay, so the next doubt is you wrote the code for MCP, right? So when it is calling the tool, it mentioned as name, repo, and then PR name. But in the arguments, if I see, it is PR underscore name and PR underscore owner, something like that. It is not matching correctly. How the MCP knows whether these are the arguments that I need to pass, whether it will be parsing the entire file, or how the MCP knows?
The thing is based on the description you are giving. So while you are creating that function, you will give some kind of description. So in my case, I didn't give description because there is only one function and you can able to read it. So if you want to give a number of tons of code, you will give a description for each of the code. So these are all the arguments. Response எப்படி இருக்கணும் நீங்க formulate பண்ண முடியும். So according to that, it will read the doc string and it will knows what are the parameters or argument you need to pass it. Depends on the doc string only. Or else commit tool இருந்தா it will able to read the whole function. If you have a tons of code, then the doc string defines it how you need to call that functions, like what are the arguments you need to pass. Understand, right? Any other doubt, guys? Yeah. Limit is 128. Limit is there 128 tools. In between in 128 or now they extended it seems. So 128 tool குள்ள நீங்க எவ்வளவுலாம் கனெக்ட் பண்ணிக்கலாம். Yeah, server to server is there. Any other doubt, guys?
can implement this design stuff. Like
That's what I said. Like they have done with the Blender. So if you, instead of creating the access token in the Obsidian, you want to create access token in Blender and give it into the Cloud or any LLM. So if you just prompt it, it will anyway it's having the access of the Blender, right? So according to it, it will use all the tools and it will create the whole design of what you are designing.
so we have to structure. When it comes to the core art design, we are supposed to structure in a way we can able to understand, but it will give in a different way, right? Even in language also, it will give in a own way. So for that we have to sit and work on to understand that file, and then we can able to work. It makes me like in designer perspective, it makes me difficult. It's make me difficult to work with that. That's what I feel.
You are a designer, ah? No, like that. No, like that.
My question is that I'm thinking to utilize these AI tools to make contents over in internet. So I'm just thinking in that perspective. That's why I asked the question.
File and ask the LLM to create based on the reference of the design file. It will create it. So without reference, if Vega, if you give, it will create on its own with the past data. But if you want to create like in the Mari structure the just give it that email of reference, it will do it. But it won't be 100% accurate. You need to modify it. But anyway, it will create the basic template and all. Even if you use cursor also, just web application create, it won't create like you need your touch human in loop is needed. So same kind of in design also. Like you need to modify it. And did I answer your question right? Yeah.
Like I'm just totally new to this. Okay, I'm a college student. I'm not using any AI because I don't understand it. First of all, that's open talk. What you started, how it started. Like when I get it started, like it feels like a nightmare. Nothing I can understand. I cannot just, everyone is fast with the AI saying, but I'm just slow. First of all, I need to stop and think, what is AI? What is really? How do I get started with this kind of things at all? Like I need a
Yeah, it's really a good question. Like any one of you have the same doubt? Majority, like actually in AI there is two things. Okay. One is the ML and DL part, another one is Gen AI. You know, right? So all the things like which is hyping now, it's this side, Gen AI. OpenAPI, LLM, all those things into Gen AI thing. Okay, but this ML and the DL part is a standard thing. Even my manager used to say, like in the Gen AI, you just focus on this ML and DL. Because it's overhyped, Gen AI and all. So the basic thing is machine learning and the deep learning, all those neural network, because this Gen AI also works in the basis of neural network only, right? So neural network which is Gen AI, they build this LLM, all those things. So without the knowledge of this machine learning and deep learning, if you directly jump into the Gen AI, you know the concept, but you cannot dive deep into that. Like if you want to fine tune the model or LoRa fine tuning, you can't able to do it because you doesn't know the basic. Like it is like how means ABCD theorem directly you are jumping into the leading of paragraph. How it does. I'm saying that's what, like for example, without knowing the ABCD, EFGH, directly you are jumping into reading the paragraph. So, and that ABCD is that, okay. That ABCD is that machine learning and the deep learning thing. So first, just I give the roadmap. First go with Python basics, okay? And then NumPy, note pandringla? பொறுமையா சொல்றேன் அப்போ. So, that thing I will come into next slide. So first thing is basics Python, okay? Next is this NumPy, Pandas, all those things, Matplotlib, all those visualization tools, okay? Next is machine learning. So learn about supervised, unsupervised, reinforcement learning, how this algorithm works, linear clusters, all those things, okay? Python, NumPy, Pandas, that Matplotlib, visualization, NumPy, Pandas, under NumPy, Pandas, visualization tools la vandrum. So NumPy, Python, NumPy, Pandas, machine learning, and then deep learning. Under deep learning only there comes under this convolutional neural network, PyTorch, TensorFlow, all those things, neural networks, RNN, CNN, all those things. Okay, so once you get strong into that, next go into NLP, natural language processing. This NLP is the base of transformer model, which is built on top of LLM. Kind of all the LLMs is built on top of this transformer architecture. So transformer architecture is nothing but it's an NLP, natural language processing. Okay, I will repeat it again. Python, NumPy, Pandas, machine learning, deep learning, and then NLP. Then you jump into Gen AI, LLM, all those stuffs. Okay? Understood, right? Any other doubt, guys? Better do any certification. If after learning all those things, if you want to directly go into any ML side or AI side job, do any of the certification. It will be useful. It will be act as a proof. Certification, it won't decide you, but some companies, they need certification. Like show other, they need certification. So then if you have certification, then you can jump in and you can show all your talents, all those things. Okay? I think I took a lot of time.
Okay, thank you so much, Aakash. So I think everybody would have understood like how MCP works, what's the behind scenario. I think you would have an idea. And also many people ask few doubts. If you still have any doubts, you can connect with him during the break. Okay, thank you so much. Can you give him a round of applause? Yes, thank you. So now before we move on to the next talk, we have something very interesting that to be happening here. So keep waiting for that. They'll get connected in few minutes. Now I guess still the crowd has joined more, and many people would have come by seeing the things that we have kept in the star front. No, when you are registering, yes, have seen our photo booths, right? How many have taken pictures over there? Many people are not aware of that. Okay, fine. For people who do not know that, we always, for every event, we have a photo booth and placards, banners we have. So you can go and click a picture of yourself, or any event you can click a picture of yourself being in the event. You'd have met several new friends and several new colleagues. You'd have just reconnected friends. You have just reconnected, no? So you can just speak with them and get connected and click a picture and tag us on LinkedIn and Instagram. It will be like Digital Dreamers then Community. So we have a contest that's running. So you, even during the event or after event, maybe within a day if you do, that will be better. So you can write up what was the takeaway that you had from the session, how interesting was it, and did you really like the session, kind of feedback, and what did you learn from the session. You can write about these contents and attach your pictures that you have taken here, tag us. Also you can give it hashtag like Digital Dreamers Den Meetup number 5, right? So you can get these all things done and post it. We'll be just running a lucky draw, and the people who are winning that, we'll be giving you some special giveaways in our next meetup. We'll be announcing them in the LinkedIn as well. Yeah? Cool. So we have booths. So feel free to take. And we also have volunteers here and the community people here and your friends here. You can ask them also to take a picture of you. Yeah? Cool. So now we are ready with our the surprise that I was telling. Okay. So it will be like, how many of you watch Vijay TV, Sun TV, reality shows? Not me. You don't watch? Okay. So different category. Movies, you do. Yeah. So how many of you watch reality shows? Not Big Boss. Yeah, I know. Now, so everybody feels this is this particular season is very boring, not very interesting as season 3. Yes, we all feel. So how many of you have watched Connection? OG of so do you all like Connections? Do you play with your friends? Yes? See, the energy is low. You told me that you will be very energetic till end of the event. Just one talk over and still yours is very low. Do you watch or you don't watch? You don't watch. Few have watched. Yeah? So now we have Connection. That's, you can easily guess that it will start. Yes? No, we will not start until I get a hype. Yes? Yes? Okay, let's go. The first one. Wow, everybody, have you all tried that? Yes. Super, that's a great thing, we are all updated. Fine, next one. Figma, wow, what's your name? Huh? Madhumita, can you just give her a round of applause? Nice. So we will be conducting in all between all after all tech sessions. So stay tuned to that. Yes, the right answer is Figma. Next. Any guess? Yes, it's GPT. Do you know the full form of GPT? Of course you will know. Yeah, this generative pre-trained transformers. Nice. So if you have listened to this session, you will definitely have come to know about these terminologies, right? So next, first row alone should not answer the questions. The people behind have to answer. Yes, it's Google anti-gravity. Next one. Do you feel these are very easy? Yes? Okay, next, in the next session, after the next session, I'll be pointing out. Okay? So we'll see if it is easy or not. Everybody does these days. Yes. Next one. Everybody is finding the first one true. Yes, chain of thoughts, that's true. Yeah, right answer. Next, we all be overthinking, no? Sometimes. We also call that chain of thoughts. இது எப்போ போட்டீங்க? Yes, my friends are telling out there. Yes. Other people, we are not able to hear you. Others are not able to hear you. Yes, they have mentioned to me here. Thank you, I didn't know this. The next one. No, just now we completed, no? We just went through the vibe coding, no? Do you think that repeats? Huh? You don't have the okay, I didn't know this. Yes? God. Okay, that's right. Very sharp. This one? Any guess? So our creator Ganesh, he actually made this one ready. He already told the answer, but anyways, I think you all would have not heard it. Any idea? I'll just give a clue. Everybody have used in Git, no? Yes. That's merge conflict. No, you have to complete it, no? Last one? You know. The guy who is sitting and working the laptop. I have given the clue. No, not Vignesh. Udaya. Yes. The next one. Any guess? Yes, that's right. Who all told fintech, no? That's right. Okay. This one. Okay. First time I didn't get it, now I got it. Yes, that's right. It's Digital Dreamers Den. Oh. Everybody's just waking up. This is the real. That's true. That's AJ. Who is AJ? We all know. The people are back there, they didn't know, no? Yes, this is the founder of D3, Aravind Kumar. Okay. I think the last one for this particular thing. I was just telling that word again and again from the start. This is the clue. Why do you come for the communities? What is the one main purpose? Huh? Yes, that's true. That's networking. Yeah? So I guess you would have had a glimpse of how this happens. Did you like these connections? Our picture, group picture. Okay. So I think I woke up. No? Yes, have you all taken notes for the previous talk? Yes? Okay, I think you would have had an idea of how MCP works and all, right? So what you do, I think if you have got your laptops here, maybe you can just go type and check in your break time, or you can go home and explore that, okay? And make sure that you do it today. You are asking, no, like what's a roadmap? How do I get started? The first main tip is like, first, if you're attending an event, they'd have taught a particular concept, right? And you'd have known, like, okay, I have understood, I have seen, I have listed, noted down, I definitely do it the next time, but it will not happen. So we'll be stuck somewhere. So that's the reason when you started today, you'd have folks who also remember, and you will not even try.
We do all your GTM design needs in monthly subscription. So like Netflix, we are doing something like that. We are doing it, and yes. And today we are going to talk about, and you get to know about design superpowers for developers using AI to build better UI without breaking design principles. How many of you tried building apps, products, or websites here? Okay. Okay, maybe anyone can answer how it ended up. A lot of people are laughing. Why? Maybe anyone can.
I did for 4 months back. I did for a cultural event. I had an idea. I want to validate that. I utilized the ChatGPT. So overall product requirement, and then I used the VO and Bolt.net to develop the first version. So I made that project and also presented and won the prize from the event also. So I used in the way to make it and also I'm a coordinator, designer. So I know the nuances how we can make the overall product. So I use the prompt exactly to make achieve the product exactly. So the first version, it's as only the one feature. So and also on that project as a core of hardware connecting it to software to make a payment. It's come into fintech. So I did the thing.
A lot. Okay. So today we are going to see about like very basic things, not like you need to learn, you have to be a designer and all. So I'm going to tell some small things, but that is going to bring to the high impact. So why developers need design superpower? So importantly, AI is giving developers ability to generate UI instantly. Previously, what you do, you ask UI components to the designers, right? So what we do is we will be creating hundreds of iterations and downloading templates from Envato or a lot of stuff, right? So now you have a lot of AI tools that is giving developers to generate UI instantly. And previously, the mindset is about template generator, right? So what we do is we go download any components or download any templates from the website like Wix or some websites, right? So now we will become a product enhancer or website enhancer. Like now we have a lot of possibility to build a product on our own ourselves. And we can also ship faster, communicate better, and build a cleaner UI with very fewer iterations, because design have a lot of iterations. Design and development has a lot of iterations, right? If you know these kind of small things, you better avoid the lot of fewer iterations. And 5 biggest developers UI mistakes that doing is, first one is spacing and alignment chaos. So how many of you facing that? Yes. Actually, the problem is we didn't know the sense how much spacing or alignment we need to do that. There is a concept called 8-point grid, right? So in the breakpoint, you need to use the 8-point grid. If you use the 8-point grid, it actually solves a lot of the problems. And overusing colors. And we didn't know the principles of how to use, how many colors we can use in the page. Maximum 2 colors, one is primary, secondary, and others can be supporting colors. I have a quick question. Does black and white is a color? Do you think black and white is a primary colors or secondary colors? Anyone know that? What kind of color this is? So a lot of time we tend to think, right? So black and white used to a colors, right? Actually, it is a neutral color. It is not considered to be a primary or secondary. So that is most important. A lot of times we use black and white, right? But black and white is a neutral color. It is very important. But to be, you have to be aware of these things. And use only 2 colors when you design it, primary and secondary. Primary is for all the CTAs, like when you build a product or when you build a website, right? So all the CTAs need to be in the primary color. The other supporting colors need to be, like maybe what you can do is you divide into percentage. Maybe primary colors can be like 30%, the secondary color can be 30%, other 2 colors can be 20%. So this percentage will reduce that over usage of the colors. And typography inconsistency. So a lot of times we are not understanding the typography. So in font we have that family, right? Regular, bold, thin, semi-bold and black, right? So we need to have a clear understanding. For H1, like I'm talking from the developer point of view, like H1 you need to have that bold or medium. Whatever you follow all the pages H1 in the medium or bold, maybe regular in description. It's based on how you set up the system at the beginning. I will tell you later like how to set up that. And the consistency. So consistency meaning, I will also show some example. And most importantly, I used to work with a lot of developers. One major mistake they used to do is the lack of hierarchy. So they didn't know which one to highlight, which one to not to highlight. For example, when it comes to the website, you need to show only one thing at a time. You don't show everything at a time. Like for example, if I'm coming to one of the project management website, just tell who we are. That's it. What we do is we make the button bigger, make the text bigger, and like we want to make everything bigger, right? Or using some flash colors. You need to see the one objective when you design the page. Even not using the Figma, you need to think of these principles. And this is most important thing, guys. So 20% of the design principles that fix 80% of your problems. Do you guys agree with it? Yeah, actually. So a lot of times what we do is a designer will give the design and we used to develop, right? So this 20% will move to another level actually. So you don't need to be a designer. You don't need to be, you call it as a designer. You don't need to go deeper into learning all the tools or all the principles in deeper. But one thing always think about, learn the design intention, why. So design is about why. So why you are doing it. Why this version has the color, right? This blue, why we use the blue. Why we use the padding around the button. So everything has intent. So when you have the intent mindset when you're doing design, it would be great after maybe you guys do a lot of vibe coding, right? Like building product or website. Maybe do one thing. Create a design and coding it and see what is the intent for each maybe a button or text or colors, everything. You tend to remove a lot of text, buttons. If something is not useful, remove it. Don't use it. Don't make it confused to the user. And these are the important things. There are 15 to 17 principles are there, but I want to tell you only few that help you. So emphasize, that's what I told, like make the most important elements stand out. Okay, for example, if someone coming want to see the future, show the future. Don't show the other things. So emphasize is very important. And the balance. So how you balance is the stability, how you distribute the element, and contrast, the color. Like one thing I want to talk about color is, I'm not a designer, I didn't know about the colors, right? But everyone is a creative people here. How do you choose our attires? Like contrast, right? Exactly. Like maybe I can be like black with tint. This is, if I wear blue, maybe that can be a contrast. Dark versus light. Everyone has creativity, but the creativity has to apply it in the design in the daily life. Everyone has, guys. So don't think only designer or creative people. No, even I didn't agree. So everyone was a creative people. We just need to implement it. That's it. And the repetition. For example, if CTA you are using like one button with the padding, right? Use the similar size and button. So don't increase the size and everything. So that is repetition. And white space is very, very important when you're doing the design. So a lot of times we think we have a lot of space. Can we fill with some design? Or can we increase the font size? No. White space is called what we used to call as breathing space. So it is like even now ChatGPT, Google, everywhere we used to see white space, right? Why? We need to focus only on this part. And hierarchy. I already told the hierarchy. Which one you need to see first? So maybe think about when you enter here, which element you looking at the office here. Just think about it, okay? So similar to that, when you design the website or building a product, so you need to organize the element. There are 5 things in the product or the hero section. What is the first thing visitors want to see? Second, what they need to see. Third, fourth, fifth. Just order it and design it. That would help you. And the proportion. So it is similar to hierarchy. If you want to, that has to be let, make it bigger. The other elements can be smaller. So this is the important. There are, as I already mentioned, there are a lot of principles are there, but just focus on these things. And colors, like light and contrast color, that's it, very simple. How are you choosing your dress when you go for shopping, right? Just choose something like that. And typography, use H1 like maybe 60 bold or 48, H2 is 48, a medium, something like that. Define it before itself. Don't do it later. So define it before, that would help you. And and one important thing is I want to talk about is, this is the example. So this is the example which we did recently, 2 days back. One of my well-wisher asked for it. He ran a cafe, so he want to revamp his entire website. But I'm just going to show some example, only the hero section. This is what they have been coded. Okay, so they are running a cafe. It's a cafe in Koramangala, Bangalore, focused on community building. So maybe anyone talk about what is the problem in this? Sorry, what? Okay. Anything? Okay, yes. Okay, got it. So, did you see that lot of design principle has not followed here? That hierarchy, which one to see, and even they talking about the cafe, that feeling is not comes out, then emotion is not comes out. Even the CTAs, their objective is to order food. Even did you guys see that? No, right? It's there in the top right. How do users see that? Lot of issues. Okay. The problem, only thing is they are not follows the principles of design. Yeah. So this is the version this we did it. So ReactPlay, very simple. Bengaluru's first cafe focused on community building. Once they come in, they can order food. Even they have the community. They didn't even add it in the first fold. So like they have 2 objectives. One, they can order food in WhatsApp. Even if you go here, a small thing, order now. How can I order? Is it online order or what is that? It's understand. But only one icon we used, WhatsApp. It's very simple, right? So this is what the hierarchy and the design principles, which are very, like not a major change. We didn't change anything. Like we just zoom out the images and used it. And we use the button, very, very clear. That's it, with the white background and dark background. And we have clearly because when someone scroll, this will go away, right? We have to show this too. Yeah. So here we use the clear and follow the design principles. Yeah. And I hope I pretty much cover the design principles. And I want to talk about the design system. So maybe if you are building one page or two page, maybe you don't need a bigger design system. But if you are building a basic level of pages, I would suggest a plugin called figure.design. So it is a design system generative. You can use in Figma itself. Okay, so you can choose the color from that. You can choose the from, and you can choose the button and the design actually. So you don't need to spend creating 10 color palettes or primary color palettes or supporting color palettes. Don't do that. Don't spend now itself. Don't spend that. Do smart work in 2-3 minutes. Maybe when first time when you understand, it takes 30 minutes to 1 hour. If you're already building the design system. Okay, so just select the colors and generate color tokens and generate font itself. It itself gives the H1 to H10, whatever you need it. And it gives button and whatever you need it also gives the spacing. Use the same spacing to all the sections. Follow that clearly. If you use this kind of the design system, that will help you to build a better experience page. So how many of you already used a design system? I mean, maybe from the designers, okay, only one. Okay, maybe I should talk about the design system. Okay, so design system is, maybe I use some analogy. Everyone like fried rice? Okay, so the recipes, before doing the fried rice, right, cooking the fried rice, right, all the things we have used, I mean, we have organized. Vegetables is there and the oil is there, everything will be there, right? So similar to that, we have already customized and created every colors. We have 10 colors here. We have 10 buttons here. I have spacing here. Everything will be there. You just need to apply it. That's it. It's very simple. So you don't need to spend when you wipe coding or build a product, how much space I need to have in the text to button, how much padding I have to give it. You don't need to spend time and again. It actually, once this is a one-time investment, once you do it, it saves a lot of space to you. You can spend time on building the better experience product or pages. So yeah, that's what I suggest to you guys to learn more about the design system. Yeah. Yes. So one thing I want to talk about is, this is the final slide. So I want to talk about is, whatever you develop, visitors or users going to see what it designed, okay, how the design is, okay. Like even if you, if I'm giving the design, you develop differently. They think this is a design, okay. So be careful about when you design a product, when you develop a product or website, that is more important. Design is a differentiator. Now, like what we are learning is, we learning a little bit of code with the intentions, because now we are not cake decorators, guys. So we are a cake bakers. So it is most important. In future, a lot of people are going to build a product. So build a nation. So we need to be learn every aspects of the skills when it comes to design. Even we are learning codings. So we are into that, we like a lot of designers. And what I would expect the development team is, you guys also, I won't say you want to become a designer, just to learn the design, what is the intention behind the design, that's it. So just learn from it, and yeah, open to any questions. Thank you. Okay, any interesting questions? Yeah.
Okay, this question might not be interesting, but I want to know this. Since you are from design field, we have this cursor and MCPs. We can customize it based on our use case. For example, let's say this is the code quality you need to maintain, something like that. Similarly, designers using Figma, Adobe XD, something, right? So I enforced to use them to build the UI component library, and then they need to use only those typography and only those colors. But they use different AI to create the designs. Do you have any suggestions so that I can create the design only by using those kind of UI component, and any AI tools to build the designs?
Suggest about it's based on the need component, right? For example, if you are working on the company, so it is important to align with the brand. It is most important because that's what I talk about the design system. So you need to build the design system and build it as a component. You have to use it. That is most important. Maybe I can. This is how it works. Even everywhere we are using like that. One thing I want to talk about the design tool which you ask is use Google Gemini is doing good for UI generating the screens. You don't need to get a like open file, source file. Design is about thinking plus execution. Thinking is 80%. If you give reference, I want exactly this, designer will do in 20 minutes or 30 minutes. If you ask for, I want this design, this is my problem, he takes 1 day. Because the problem is, the spending time of thinking takes time. Execution is very easy. Now AI is solving the problem of the thinking part. So what we do is, we just go to, even maybe I can tell some use cases. I use ChatGPT for product screens. I trained one GPT, okay, based on the product, everything I always, someone give the content for, I need product screens. We go and generate, but we are not using the exact one. Maybe the 20-30% we are redoing it because it is not always right. So we need to make them. So Gemini is good for generating and ChatGPT is good. And now Nano Pro 3 is really good actually. Maybe you can use that. Yeah, that would help you to generate. Maybe that can be recreated very easily. Yeah. Yes. Maybe Mike.
Hello. So my question here is the design principle with the Europeans and the Asian peoples is completely different. Whereas the European wanted the more white spaces and less content in the page, but in Chinese and Indian and other Asian countries need a lot of content inside a one single page. So why this causing different differences both things? Yeah. So when you see with the Chinese and the other Indian sites, it mostly with the like if you take with the IRCTC or any Chinese application, they will fill a lot of information within one single page and one single scroll. But if you go with the European pages or European any European and American sites, they have they differentiate each and everything with lots of pages. So which is best? Why that's a differentiate in the both thing?
No, actually, like ChatGPT best or Gemini best? Tell me, anyone? Yeah, I mean, it's based on the case to case, like what I need it. We need to see who is the visitor, I mean, who is the user. That is most important, based on the need. For example, in UK, they want some experience things, but in UK, they want a minimalism. Very minimalism. If you go Japan needs like a lot of minimalism. Even bento grids, right? Actually invented by them actually. If you go China website, a lot of contents, like too many contents will be there. So it is based on the need and based on the, maybe it's about the countries, and I would suggest it is also about the brand. Like for example, if you are working somewhere, your audiences need something, you need to customize in that way. Yeah, if it is a different brand, it is a customization in a different way. Yeah, it's based on the culture. Maybe the question which you asked it's based on the culture. Yeah. Any other questions?
இப்போ வந்து நம்ம வைப் கோடிங்லாம் பண்ணுறோம் இல்லையா டிசைனுக்குன்ட்டு. அப்போ பியூட்டிஃபுல்லாக இருக்கும்போது நிறைய டிப்போகிராஃபி அண்ட் ஃபாண்ட்ஸ்லாம் டிஃப்ரெண்ட்டாக ஆகும். ஸோ அது வந்து டிசைன் பிரின்சிபல்ஸில் நம்ம ஒரே டிசைன் ஒரே ஃபாண்ட்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணுறோம். இப்போ பார்க்கும்போது நல்லா இருக்குன்றதுக்காக டிஃப்ரெண்ட் ஃபாண்ட்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணுறோமே, அது எப்படி?
So that will, that's what I'm saying, that will confuse user. For example, maybe here, maybe like for 50 people will be here, right? Ipo everyone understand Tamil, hope, right? Okay. So if maybe I will talk in English. Okay. If you are building 50 people a challenge, build a vibe coding product or web coding page. If you guys build it, 50 page will look similar. 50 page, I'm sure 50 page will be white, the purple gradient, every yeah. That's what the final slide I showed. Design is a differentiator. How do you going to differentiate? That is most important thing. Like if you want your website or product that you are building, you need to make sure the design system which I mentioned, right? Use like only one font or two font, maximum two font. That's it. Okay. Use header. You have the H1 with a tag and H2, H3, H4. We define clearly and use that. That will solve the problem. Like yeah, it gives the basics. Vibe coding gives basic things. That's it. Okay. You don't need to do it from like you don't need to open Figma, create a layout. You don't need to worry about. Even I will suggest one tool for website. There is a website called Relium. You guys note it. It has 1,000 plus components for the website. You guys can use that. So it is very simple. You just go. Even I was building these sub pages for this brand. Actually, I was in boarding in flight. Actually, I have like 40 minutes. I built a page in 20 minutes. That's it for the review in the evening. Simple. Because I know the basics. Without the basics, you won't build that. So that's what I told that. Learn the fundamentals that would help you. Yeah. Relium. ReLume.
Okay. So first of all, great session. Loved it. Secondly, ninga designer. Okay. So okay. Okay, என்ன டவுட் அப்படின்னா ஸோ ஆஸ் அ டிசைனர் ஸோ தே வுட் வாண்ட் தேர் டிசைன் டு பி ஆஸ் ஏஸ்தட்டிக்லி ப்ளீஸிங் லைக் பார்க்க நல்லா இருக்கணும். இட் வுட் பி ஆம்பிஷியஸ் ஃபார் தெம், ரைட்? பட் ஃபார் அ டெவலப்பர் இம்ப்ளிமெண்டிங் த சேம் டெக்னிகாலிட்டி வுட் பி சச் அ பெயின் இன் த ஹேஸ் டு டூ இட். ஐ ஆம் அ காலேஜ் ஸ்டூடெண்ட். ஸோ ஒர்க்கிங் என்வாயன்மெண்ட்டில் எப்படி பண்ணுவாங்கன்னு ஐம் நாட் ரியலி ஷூர். ஸோ ஹவு டு தே ரீச் அ மிடில் கிரவுண்ட் ஆன் வாட் டிசைன் டு எக்ஸிக்யூட்?
A lot of problems is coming with the designers and developers. Actually, I mean, the important is the designer mindset. I mean, now it is changed, but at the time of the beginning, we enjoying and working, creating new things. எப்படின்னா இந்த டிசைன் பண்ணும்போது இது என்னோட டிசைன். Even someone gave it to me. My company gave it to me design. It's my design. I am doing it. அந்த ஒரு இது எப்பவுமே இருக்கும். ஒரு டிசைனர் இருக்குது. ஸோ தட் இஸ் அது ப்ராப்ளமா இல்லை இதுவான்றது இல்லை. ஸோ தே ஆர் கிரியேட்டிங் இட். ஸோ தே வாண்ட் அஸ் டு see it in the live. ஸோ அவங்க என்ன பண்ணுறாங்களோ அதை பண்ணணும்னு பார்க்குறாங்க. பட் வேர் இஸ் த ப்ராப்ளம் இஸ் when they design, they need to collaborate with developer before start the design. So, hey, I'm going to do this experience. I'm going to do this ஒரு scrolling பண்ண போகிறேன், like parallax effect, I'm going to do it. Or you have the ability to do it. ஸோ இங்கே ப்ராப்ளம் என்னென்னா டிசைன் பண்ணிவிட்டு ஐடியா பண்ணிவிட்டு தென் ஒன்லி தே கம் டு யூ அண்ட் ஆஸ்கிங் ஃபார் ஐ ஹாவ் திஸ் லே அவுட், இங்கே இந்த ட்ரான்சிஷன், ஐ வாண்ட் திஸ் கோ டு திஸ் சைட், தென் த ப்ராப்ளம் இஸ் கம்மிங். தே ஆர் நாட் டூயிங் எனி திங். வாட் யூ டூ இஸ், ஐ ஆல்வேஸ் சஜஸ்ட் ஒர்க் வித் டெவலப்பர். ஐ மீன் have a collaborative conversation with developers. Hey, I have an idea. Can you have a call for like 5 minutes? நம்ம பேசலாமா, இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ஐடியா இருக்குது, are you able to build it? So that collaboration help the designers and developer will be better. Yeah, I mean previously என்னன்னா it is like a task. என்கிட்ட ஒரு டிசைன் வரும், I will do it and then I will move it to you. Even எங்களுக்கு தெரில ஒரு கரெக்டாக உங்களுக்கு அது இப்படி தான் பண்ணுங்கன்னு நாங்கள் ப்ரீஃபும் கொடுப்போமான்றது இட்ஸ் எ கொஸ்டின். ஸோ தட் இஸ் த ப்ராப்ளம். ஓகே.
Okay, assume there is a brand which has a very classic and elegant style. So the brand wants to evolve in such a way that it has to have a funky style and has to have a huge marketplace in the capital. Okay, so how can a brand actually evolve in such a way, and what should they change in the design?
Maybe if you tell brand, first thing comes to my mind is the Apple. Okay, so it is a very good experience. Why it is? The website is so good. Minimalism. Then anyone? White space. Exactly. Then actually Apple is telling the story. So when you go to any page, maybe AirPod Pro 3, right? If you go to the page, you actually interacting with the product. If they say talking about the grid inside they will show very close, and you can scroll and see it in very closer. So most importantly, you need to align with the brand tag. So Apple tag is think different. Okay? If you think about their product, ellame different are. Or if you go into the website, right, their website, it is also think different. Their brand analogy is the think different. They have to be, they need to be a normal one. That's what Apple is. Why we are moving towards that is, அவங்க எல்லாமே அந்த think different concept they used to do it. Even for website, even for the box, அது தூக்கி போடலாம், but even that box they are spending time and everything. So that brand oda concept இருக்கு. So we need to do that. So for example, when okay, maybe I was the one who head of the design at Kissflow for 8 years. அதுலேருந்து வந்துட்டு தான் Payan அப்படின்னு ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணேன். ஸோ Kissflow நாங்கள் பண்ணும்போது Kissflow stands for simplicity. So whatever the complex problems, we make it simple as a product. So that simplicity, whoever go to Kissflow office, a lot of simple, like 1,000 pencil which you use the word, ASCII code which we use the design and everything. The reason is the simplicity. And if you come to the website, we have a lot of capability, but our website will be very simple. Nothing. So the thing is, right, how do we do is, we need to align with whatever the brand is. Yeah. Okay.
Hello sir, I am Mohammed Naz Mandal, a second year student at SRM IST. So my question is, how do you balance the design quality with the deadlines when the product team or the designer wants you to give the design faster? Because for me, when I get some idea, I start with the design. And when you thinking about a product, so it is not think that the design is coming in the first day or like that. So it overnight, like you are thinking, so first you add this, so next day you want that it would be better if you add that kind of thing. So how do you balance this thing?
Straightforward. It's a practice. So you need to practice. Simple. Like Dhoni, he's in a big level, right? Even he come to morning like 4 o'clock for a training every day. He achieved a lot. But he did a lot. But still, he is coming to the ground at the morning. He's still playing on the form. So design is a practice. So you need to practice a lot. Then it becomes the speed. Second thing is the opposite persons. So that is also an important. So they also understand our things. Sometimes we work with someone who value design. Value design meaning they know the process and everything. Second person, they didn't know the process of the design. அது என்னப்பா அது நீ ChatGPTல போட்டினா வந்துரும், இல்லை like Google Stitch or Lovable, if you put it ChatGPT, இப்போ ஈஸியாக they use the term, இப்போலாம் like ChatGPTலே வந்துடுது or Geminiலே வந்துடுது, like used to say this, right? But those who worrying about even development, even a lot of my developers friends used to say this, எங்களெல்லாம் ரொம்ப இது பண்ணுறாங்க, அதான் ஏஐ வச்சு பண்ணுங்க, ஒரு வார்த்தை ஷார்ட்டாக சொல்லுங்கள், ஏஐ வச்சு பண்ணிவிடுங்கன்னு சொல்கிறாங்க. பட் we know the pain, right? You guys know what is the pain behind it. Yeah, it's about, they also, like, we have to educate them about the process. Maybe some people understand, some may not understand. So some may not understand. You think about whether you need to work or not. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Dilip. I'm one of your followers. I do watch reels in Instagram. My question is, from your so far experience, how do we improve our design thinking more than practicing in tools? Apart from practicing tools, how do we improve our design thinking skills?
Don't search design in laptop. Okay? Search design it here. How this office well designed, how this concept came. That is the design thinking. Decode it. That is important. Don't go to Figma. Don't go to Google. No. Just analyze this. Maybe take half an hour. Why they did it. How it is related to YuniQ. This is how the design thinking is come. Okay? So analyze how car has designed. F1 car. Why it is like that aerodynamic. What is the reason behind it. You need to be very curious. If you want to be a curious design thinker, so you need to be curious on every aspect. You have to decode it. Simple. Why Satyam theater is experienced, the other theater is not experienced? Why Phoenix, you guys can see, right? Phoenix has two view. One is Phoenix, one is Palladium. Palladium is experience. Why it is experience? Why you have to go and see. You just go there. See why this side of Phoenix is kind of different, but this side is less crowd, but lot of expensive product because luxury product. Luxury products meaning their experience is awesome. Just go and see, very less crowd. See why the experience, how it is different to that. Okay, and go to one supermarket, see see a lot of because why this package impressed me. You have to see that. Don't everyone. I mean, every time what we do is we. Google, we go to Pinterest or Dribble or like we tend to do it in Google, right? If you want to increase the design thinking, you have to do it in outside the computer or laptop. Yeah.
Anna, I saw you in the podcast in YouTube and I follow you in LinkedIn. So I came here to talk to you. So you mentioned in the podcast that UI is evolving and it will be evolved. You mentioned that there will be clicks to gestures and screens to conversation. So it is really it was inspiring, and I was also researching on it. So I would like to know how should we adapt, or because as a UI designer myself, I go behind principles and the layouts and the composition, those things. But as you say that the future of UI will be mostly gestures and conversations, how should we adapt to that? What should we learn as a UI or a UX designer?
Design a product or website, we need to implement that idea. I mean, maybe those who not watch the podcast, in future, clicks is going to be gestures. Like we used to click, right? Mostly kind of gestures, maybe watch or maybe the glass. It is going to be a gesture, okay? And screens equal to conversations. You're not going to do anything. You're just going to tell what you're going to do, what you want. So that's how maybe it's not going to happen in like 6 months or 1 year. Maybe 1 year, 2 year or 3 year, maybe it might happen. But we need to adopt these kind of the designs actually. So we need to integrate, maybe not a high level, maybe two things which I mentioned, right? How do I integrate the conversations UI into the design? So maybe, I mean, it's called a conversational design, okay? So maybe you can learn such things about it. So there is no such resource now, but maybe in 6 months or 1 year, it might come. Like how do we use that voice agent to solve all your problem? That is the one thing. Second thing is the gesture. I mean, now Ray-Ban glasses very familiar. So maybe previously how the Apple Watch is very expensive, right? When they release like 50,000. Now we get like 1,000 rupees, we can get the smartwatch. So maybe that can happen. In that time, maybe the gestures can be much needed one. So yeah, that is needed now. Yeah, maybe follow Apple for that. Actually, the VR glass, right? They usually do a lot of UI design, something like that. Maybe we can follow that and get to know about the gesture side of the design. And conversation, it's already been started. Yeah. Okay. You can get connected in the break. Sure. Okay, guys, I will be here for another 30 minutes. Yeah.
Myself, Rajaraman, like I've been here for more than 2 years we are following. And எப்படி ஸ்டேக் ஹோல்டர்ஸ் வந்து டிசைன் மூலயமா காம்ப்ரமைஸ், ஏன்னா அவங்க அதர் ஃபீல்டில் இருப்பாங்க, பிஸ்னஸ் ரிலேட்டட் இருப்பாங்க, சேல்ஸ் ரிலேட்டட் இருப்பாங்க. ஸோ அவங்களுக்கு அந்த டிசைன் நாலேஜ் வந்து நம்ம எப்படி வந்து லைக் இதனால தான் நான் இது பண்ணியிருக்கேன்னு சொல்லிட்டு அவங்கள எப்படி லைக் கன்ஃபர்ஸ் பண்ணுறது, லைக் அதுமாரி எப்படி அக்ரி பண்ணுறது?
First thing, first எடுத்தோடனே we will not able to impress everyone. Okay. First, like what we did is recently we work with one of the clients. They have all the team. After working with them, we deliver them the website with very good experience. They like the experience. What they did is they bring that experience to their business. Actually, அந்த experience-ன்ற term வந்து they added in their business. அவங்களோட ஸ்லைட்லேயே they have added it. So we also build the experience in our services. We build for B2B services company. So once we give value, so it's not going to happen in tomorrow or day after 1 month. No. Do something, it has to impact for someone, then they see value, they will respect you. Adding value. So on the value, what is value? Value is something desirable. They want to desire. I want to, எனக்கு அது வேணும் அப்படின்றது. Maybe something can be meaningful இருக்கலாம், எது வேணா இருக்கலாம். ஸோ இது மாதிரி பண்ணாலே I think, okay.
Thank you so much, Mr. Yuvaraj, Muthu. So it was really the new different kind of talk that we usually have. No, this is a different kind of talk. Thank you so much. I hope many people found this very interesting and useful. So I just like to add one more thing. We all have heard of like UI designers, UX designers. There is also something called as CX, customer experience. I think many people are not aware of that. Go check it out. Maybe that will also be, he was emphasizing on like you can go check out Apple, right? So they also look into the CX. That's the reason we mostly use that. Okay. So we also have Mr. Aravind. He'll be giving a few notes on that.
First of all, it's a very good presentation, Yuvi. Like I love the way how you kept it very minimalistic, right? I have been, as many of you know, right, Yuvi was head of design at Kissflow. I am also an ex-Kissflow. So when I joined the company, after seeing all Kissflow products, I just love the design. So when I asked one of my colleague about this design, they told that the reason behind is Yuvi, who is leading the head of design. So that's how I get introduced to Yuvi's work before I know him personally. Even Yuvi doesn't know me. We both work in the same company, but I have been a very good admirer of his work. Like I just love the Kissflow product design. So it's like as the name says, Kiss means keep it simple, stupid. So the product just live up to that word. Like it will be very minimalistic, and as Yuvi told in his talk, there will be a lot of white spaces. Even in this PPT, I could see that there's a lot of white spaces, the breathe-in space. Actually, that adds a very good essence to our design. Also, as this PPT says, design is a differentiator, because design is the only thing the user is going to experience. When the user comes to a product, design is the first thing the user is going to experience, right? So that should be a differentiator. So also, most of you are developer crowd, right? So you all asked like which model is good, like Gemini or ChatGPT, which one to use. So as Yuvi told, it's purely based on the use cases, right? So let's say like when we started this, you please take your seat. Yeah. So when we started this Digital Dreamers 10, we used to do this activity. So what we saw is during the first event, we just splitted the attendees into team, and after 2 talks, we conducted an activity where the attendees used to join as a team and they will build something within that time period. So this actually worked for us, but we felt a problem there. What is things like to split a team, it's taking some additional time. So we just thought of automating it. So I thought of building some prototype or some UI for that. So in that case, I just used Gemini's design. It just gave me an UI, I just went and put that in cursor and other things. So it just gave me a wonderful UI. So for this kind of prototyping or some kind of you want to try out something new, you can definitely use this. But when it comes to the product, design system is a key. So as most of your question, you need to have a proper design system. So that's definitely you need to have a designer essence there. So once you have a proper design system, you can create an MCP on top of that. So then you can integrate your MCP to any of your UI client like Cursor or whatever the code editor you are using. So you can just integrate this MCP. So on top of that, whenever you go and prompt anything, so let's say you ask the Cursor to add some button, it's just going to refer your design system. It's just going to pick that button and it's going to add it. So this is how you will integrate your design into your Cursor AI or any of this coding agent. So that's how it works. So the simple answer to your question is, design system is the key, integrate it with MCP, and then you integrate it to the coding agent. So that's how it works. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Aravind, for your short info on design. So before we move on to the next talk, I have few info that I need to be telling you people. So I think, how many of you know about the code of conduct that all communities have? Or is anybody aware of that? No? So before we move on to the break, this is, we have a code of conduct. So we have to maintain a professionalism in whatever events we go, not just this event, any of the community events. Just you can scan this QR code and you can read the code of conduct page. Similarly, we also will be showing you the regarding the context. Yes, you can just scan. I'll be waiting a minute. Is everybody able to do from the people at the back? Are you able to scan? Yes? Okay. Everybody done? I think few still are doing. I think few people are doing still. Yes. Let me know once done. Okay, so people who have opened, you can just read. I'll just give you 30 seconds time. You can read. Meanwhile, I'll be letting you know the other announcements. So for this particular session to happen, we have to thank our venue sponsor, YuniQ. So thank you so much, YuniQ team, for giving us this wonderful space for us to conduct this particular meetup. So you have been sponsoring us for multiple events consecutively. So thank you. So I think if you have any doubts, we have speakers here. They'll be around here. You can network with them or have your doubts cleared in their break time. So break will be till 12:15. So you have to be back sharply at 12:15. We'll be starting the next session. Okay. So one more announcement is like the company YuniQ is recruiting. If you have, you can go check the board that is out there in the near the entrance of the YuniQ. So if you have, you can go check, and if you feel you want to be part of this team, you can definitely approach them and get connected. So one more thing that I was talking about the LinkedIn contest, right? Previously. So this will be detailed here. So we have our photo booths in our area. So you can go share. You can share your memories in the LinkedIn as a post. Tag us along the picture that you have taken from D3. So many would have just have an idea like, why should I be sharing? Okay. So one tip that I would say, what helped me is sharing always helps us meet new people. We'll get to know, like one person might have a knowledge of something, the other might not have. It's always like, it will not be like, only if I grow, that's fine. We should not have that mindset. It's not growth mindset. Many people think, I'm growing, no, that's fine. That's what is called growth. But actually that's not. Healthy growth always means you have to be collaborative with people that you meet. So that's where the communities have started. We have so many open sources. People come and share the problem that they faced. Further, they give solutions. That's how we come into. So, okay, so this is the slide. If you have, you can just check it out, or you can also click a picture of it, so you can go note it down. Okay, so now we are leaving for break. It will be like 12:15. We have the restrooms like in the after. If you go out of YuniQ, you'll have the straight last end of particular this floor. You have the restrooms, and you have if you have water bottles, you can go fetch waters, and also you can go and interact with new people here. Don't just sit. Interact with the people, since many people are coming from college. You have your friends nearby. Don't just be connecting with your friends. Make sure that you at least have 3 new connections that you have made from this particular event. I hope you get my point. So thank you so much. You can go. Okay, so can we just get 1 minute of attention? So we have a speaker, Mr. Yuvaraj, who has taken the session 2. So he will be with us for a few more minutes, and we would like to facilitate him for his wonderful talk. So we would like to invite Mr. Yuvaraj Muthu onto the stage, and it will be presented by Mr. Aravind Kumar. Can we just give them a round of applause? Thank you for the meaningful session on design principles. Yeah, thank you so much. So meanwhile, if you have any doubts, you can just catch him in a few minutes and get yourself doubts cleared, or you can also connect with him on LinkedIn and you can message him. So I'll just give a tip on that as well. Like, you will be meeting today. Within 24 hours, make sure you make the action, and within 1 week, make sure you go approach them and speak. So this is how you both make yourself remembered and also have that connection for so long. Yeah, thank you. You can go for a break and come back to us at 12:15.
Okay, so I hope you guys have gone through that code of conduct, right? So if you guys face any issues, please do report to me or else Saitya. Okay, thank you.
See that hand. Yeah, so when AngularJS came in, it came with a promise that you can use something called single page app. It looks like you don't have to go out of the application at all. You can perform everything within the application. Then very soon React came up and it made AngularJS flat. Then of course Angular came up with all due respect to it. And then SPA became a thing. Then we had a need of a routing based application. How many of you worked on Next.js or working on Next.js? Next.js and framework like that actually enabled us to do routing-based application, right? You can go from one page to another page. You can bookmark the page. You can share that URL with your customer directly. They land into that particular section of the page, all amazing things done. Then we had something called PWA. We wanted to give an app-like feeling, right? You can cache the thing. You can run your app offline. Some of you, I'm sure, would have done. We have real-time applications, right? Where you have server sending events, market using real-time based apps. They're going to stay. But in my opinion, where the world is moving is here. And we're going to talk about something called AI native today. Okay? And we'll be hearing this term, AI native, not only here, going forward a lot. You will be hearing people hiring for AI. Whole intention over here to get you and how to get prepared for this. Today, things started like human and machine is somewhat giving head-to-head each other, and somehow I feel that it is getting much, much stronger. So the whole intention over here that you also think yourself, the other side, put your head somewhere and feel yourself as... I introduce myself as demand stack because after spending a couple of decades, coding became easy. We have Copilot, right? We have Cursor. Very recently, we talk about anti-gravity. And we have Figma, which can generate code even. And we have a bunch of other tools that are there. In Yuvi's talk, he mentioned one point very, very real. Users are not expecting to click. What they're expecting to do now, they're expecting to talk. They're expecting to ask question. You yourself are doing. They're expecting to guide, like this is how it should be, give me the result. They're expecting to co-create. They will create certain portion and they're expecting machine to create, give them back, again they will create, feed it back, machine to create, and finally find a solution. So if this is the way that world is moving, I think we as developer or web developer, it's our huge chance to upskill ourselves to fit into this era. I'm actually working with a couple of clients from US. The first phase of the product, they asked us to create something which looks like a form. A bunch of checkboxes. If you select certain checkboxes, below the list get filtered. Second phase, what they're asking us to remove those gestures. There will be a prompt. People are going to give the prompt. Based on the prompt, those checkboxes will be selected and the data will be filtered. There's no more click. It's just giving the prompt. And your UI should understand the prompt accordingly and should work with the instructions. So that is what is happening with us already. So, to moving forward, we have interface and we will have interface. No doubt about that. But one thing will go hand in hand for all the developers over here is also intelligence. And this is who is going to bridge that gap, okay? So this is the context of this particular talk. So when I told we are going AI native, it only means that whatever we have learned as a technology framework is going to be essential, but to some extent. Beyond that, we have a lot of opportunity to learn other things and integrate and build something really cool for us. And believe me, when you first learn React, either you felt it very hard that, it is probably so stiff, the curve is, but you got it. Then you learned all React-based framework. You learned Next.js. Anybody worked on Gatsby.js? Worked on Gatsby, React Router DOM framework mode. Recently, you kind of nailed it. AI native is going to be exactly like that. You just need to know where to start and how to go about it. We're going to talk about that. Is AI hard? Any answer? Is AI hard to you? What do you think? Okay, the first talk, Aakash was talking about the two sides of AI. In one side of AI, where you have get into the complete science of it. You talk about machine learning, like you think about the NLPs, you talk about the DLs and all these things. The other side of AI is the generative AI, where you use AI as a tool and get your task done. Believe me, most of us, with the academic background that we have in general, will be falling into the second category. So there is no shame and there is no pressure or frustration that why we are not fitting into the first category. I want to make it clear. Many people think that it's not cool if I don't learn machine learning. I would say it's perfectly fine. At the end of the day, you need what? You need money, you need reputation, you need good life, and living happily. Not learning machine learning, not having that background of machine learning and killing yourself for 2 years and feeling frustrated is not the game. Rather, spend your time in something where you can use your current strength and build something where you can actually gain confidence, money, and good living. That's why using AI as a tool had a lot of benefit for us. Okay? So is AI hard? In my opinion, I think AI is hard. Because it took me some time to understand where to start from. And today I'm not focusing on the DL, ML side of it. I'm completely focusing on the tool side of it, the generative AI side of it. So I'm going to talk about like how to start, where to start, and eventually we'll get it. Now, to learn the AI properly for the web developers, I will start with this, APIs. How many of you know about API? I think all of you, right? You know what API is. You use API day in, day out. Some of you may be a Node.js developer, Express, Nest.js, NEST, would have built certain APIs or using Python, Fast API, great. Even if you don't know to build those APIs, you probably know that API is something which is as a service you can consume and through which you can perform certain tasks. Then with API, right now, we have a beautiful thing called prompts. Correct? Through which you can convey what is your intent, what you want to do. And then you have your existing creativity and the skill. So I somehow was missing that. I have this existing creativity and skill. I'm saying that a lot of people are talking about prompts. People even talk it prompt as an engineering. And there is something called APIs. Why don't we combine the power of it to build something really cool and get into the AI native much more better way? So here comes certain terminologies. Again, I'm going to go through them very fast because we have discussed some of this already. But if you think I'm going very fast, stop me, I'll go slow. The first thing we spoke about it, what is LLM? I see LLM as a brain. Whenever somebody talk about LLM, I see it as a brain. It's an information repository, the best ways. And what it gives back many classified information, some information that are like in text-based, some information that are maybe sentimental, some information that are, with image, some information which is like, okay, this falls into this category versus this, this falls into this category. So it's an information repository, it's a brain that can take input and provide you the information back based on image. You can upload and doc. Can traditional database save all this thing together? Text, image, your voice, audio, is hard, right? So we need certain specialized database that I have to use with the instruction of my model, which is my brain, and somebody will make me do it. That person is the agent, okay? So if I want to perform a task, of course, I have model. But model can tell you from the information side of it. Like, I have this. I want to book a flight from Bangalore to SFO between 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. It can probably give me certain idea about like what is the route that particular flight takes, all this information that publicly available. But can it book a ticket for you? Can it do a real-time search for you? Model cannot do it. For that purpose, we need something called tools. So if it is a scenario of like you will be booking a ticket, the tool should search, whether your flight is available or not. It should book it. It should probably send an SMS, send an email, all these things. So you have your data center, which is like model, and you have your tools, which is like executor. Now, these also not enough. Somebody has to be there in between to orchestrate everything, to understand what is the goal of that user, to keep it in the memory, like what exactly the user wants. I'm going to show a lot of demo of this, so you guys will be able to connect very well, and then plan certain things. In the agentic AI, we call this particular layer as orchestration layer. So why I'm telling this terminology is because now if you go back, search in Google, search in anywhere or ChatGPT, each of this terminology should be cakewalk for you. It should be very, very easy for you because based on this terminology, you are going to build AI native. Okay? So now you have an orchestration layer which can do a memory management, which can do a goal management, which can understand the planning of the thing, and it can utilize the model and the tools to perform things. This entire stuff is what is an agentic environment. So it means that now if a user say perform this task, book a flight for me, what I'm going to do, I try to understand user's goal, and I'll be asked, okay, you are saying that you want to book a flight from where to where? Okay, I want to book from Bangalore to SFO. Okay, what time to what time? Now, you don't expect user to again tell, I want to book a flight from Bangalore to SFO between 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. He will just say 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Okay, great. You want to book a flight to 9 p.m. AI is responding. Can I get your email? AI is responding. Can I get your email ID? Do you expect the user to type, I want to book a flight from Bangalore to SFO between 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Here is my email ID. You don't expect. I'll give, this is my email ID, tapas@email.com. That's what is memory. Every time you're saying something, it is processing something, it has to keep it in the memory so that next time it doesn't bother you to get the answer for the same thing that is asked. And then it has to plan, like what is the relevant tool that it has to invoke so that your task is done. After that, it gives you a response, like your task is done, everything is over. So we learned LLM, embedding, RAG, agent. With me so far? MCP, we spoke about it. Same thing, agent doing multiple things at one time, rather we have certain, it's going to happen. But operation is like, we spent about what? To know intelligent. That's the first problem I solved. Second problem I solved, I can book ticket. Now I can integrate them that I book ticket plus I use the email scheduler together, right? So there are multiple integration comes, and the integration comes from the memory tool and the MCP point of view. So AI native, in my opinion, at a high level looks like this. It's going to have interface, it's going to have intelligence, and it's going to have integration also. Okay, good. I'm not sure you will be able to see this. Don't try to see this. It is there on my website called tapascript.io/techframes. So what we were doing an exercise at our office is like, what is the landscape of current AI looks like? So we could distribute that into 4 different buckets. One that we have is called the agentic. What are the different agents and the agentic things are available? What are the different applications level available? There is something called model. What are the different models are available? So we were doing this categorization, and under each categorization, what are the tools exist today? So we publish this mind map. It might be helpful to some of you, and you will find some of the names already there, like what you are using today. But it will give you some more insights. You can go to tapascript.io/techframes. You should be able to find this, and you can download and keep it also. Okay. Now, so what does the roadmap look like for us, for the web developers to go towards AI native? So this is the roadmap that at least I follow, or I'll say that I've been following. The first thing is about connect. Connect means what we are doing over here. I'm trying to connect you to the AI native terminologies, trying to connect you with the understanding of what agent does, prompt does, and everything. So use LLM APIs. There are a bunch of LLM are available, and they actually expose the APIs through which you can actually programmatically talk with the LLMs. That's your first step. So if you have never done that, and you know how to work with API, this is the first thing that you're going to do, because this is how you are expected to do job in offices tomorrow. Second thing, okay, learn prompt design. See, I kind of disagree with the term prompt engineering because engineering really takes a lot. But prompt is an immensely powerful thing. If we don't know how to design the prompt, how to write the prompt correctly, it is about, I am unaware how to write the right question in a meeting room. I'm always banking on some of my friends to ask that question. But I am not able to articulate my thoughts, my question. Prompt is exactly like that. What you need to be very elaborative. At the same time, you should be making sure that you're not missing any points over there. So you have to spend a lot of time understanding how to design good prompts. Okay? So prompt design is the second thing. In the connect phase, these are the things that we spoke about, LLM, your prompt, etc. Then the phase 2 is about composing. So in my roadmap, phase 2 is about composing. It means that by this time, you know some of the model names. You know how to use their APIs to get certain response, and you know how to write good prompts. And now you are going to the phase 2. In phase 2, I want you to learn embedding. I actually give it an example of embedding, like what it is. It's pretty easy actually. If you sit down, you can do embedding. You can take any vector database and you can see like how you can embed certain text or audio or images to a vector DB. Then try to add the RAG, okay? Because one portion you have learned already at the top, like using the LLM APIs, you know how to do prompt, you know how to insert the data into the vector DB. Now you should be able to do RAG, because if you recollect the image that I have showed for RAG, from the right side it was just APIs, left side it was like inserting into the vector DB and then querying the thing. So you should be able to do that very easily. Then add tools and agents. Third thing would be like how to do it. I'm going to show you certain demo that I have created. And experiment with MCP. So this is your phase 2. Once you're done with phase 1, phase 2, okay? And again, you are not losing out React, Node.js, my friend. You are still using it. Because whatever the data that you are getting out of your API response, you have to show it somewhere. You will be using React, you will be using Next.js, you will be using your favorite UI library and framework to build things. That is where the third phase comes into the picture. Create something. Create something that is AI native. And why we call it AI native? Because AI is within. AI is there within. Maybe people are seeing just the face of it, the UI of it. It could be with React Native, it could be with React, Next.js, anything. But AI is already covered in the phase 1 and phase 2. So create AI native application. That app doesn't just show UI. It can think, it can reason, it can decide, and it can interact. So if you keep these phases, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, you might ask how long it might take for me to go to phase 1 to phase 3. I hate to give the answer, depends, but it is not much. If you have understanding of APIs, if you know to read others' code, it's probably going to take, okay, is something is coming there in the projector? Let's check that. Okay, I'll continue. So it's probably going to take about a month or so for you to get comfortable, because I understand that you already have a ground for how to use APIs. You have a ground for how to do good prompting. You have gone through that mind map that I showed you. So from there, you know like what are the different models are available. Every information is there. You pick up a model, and I'm going to show you, the next thing is about ideas and demo. I'm going to show you certain demo, which will give you more confidence on how you can get these things together to build something simple, at the same time very solid, very quickly, okay? Just waiting for this to come up. Okay, in the meantime, any question? Any question, anything that comes in your mind so far, whatever we have discussed? Yeah, I'm going to give. So each of the things that we spoke about, like agent, we spoke about like using the API of a model. I have a demo prepared. I'm going to show you that. Not only the demo, I'm going to show you some of the code also as well. Okay. It came somewhat. Okay, cool. So let's go for ideas and demos. Okay, I have a hard time. Okay, so this is a video, okay? What I'm going to do, I'm going to manage this video. So what it is, this is a very basic application. Even if you ask ChatGPT to create for you, it will create. What this application does is a React application having one text area and a button. We ask you to put a query over there, hit that button, and it is going to generate a social post for you that you can post on LinkedIn or Twitter or anywhere. Very simple. So you have an idea like, I want to know about MCP, I want to know about agent, and I want to post about it. Maybe I have not learned that much. I want to rely on AI to give me the content on these things. I go there, I keep typing, and then I hit generate, okay? So let's do that. Okay, so now I can go to that text area portion, and we'll start typing like create a content, and it just create the content for you, right? Now, how exactly that thing happens in the code level, okay? So if you want to go to the code level, so yes, here it is showing the content that it has created. Everything is created by AI, not by me. Only thing I have done is that developing this interface using React and connecting certain things. This is the code that you all know, right? So see this is a generate card function, and I'll put a stop here. So what I'm using OpenAI, their package. I install OpenAI package. I have to get an API key. By the way, getting an API key costs you, but believe me, if you buy it for $10, it will go for months. It's enough for you to complete all the phases that I have mentioned. So invest yourself, or at least that much. It just costs, 2 pizza. That's it. So what you do once you have that API key, you put that API key. Don't ever do that dangerously allow browser true, because that's going to expose the API key to your browser. As I had connected this AI layer of it directly in my React app, that's the reason I have done this. But ideal practice is you have to take this line, number 11, to server side. And you have to protect your environment variable, you have to protect the key. I'm going to show you that. So here what we are doing basically, we are creating the OpenAI client. Okay, after creating the OpenAI client, see that I am using the key, and then don't do that. Don't do that. Then I'll take the client. That client I have got then I'm calling their API. This is the API. And there is a huge documentation already available. I'm calling the API. I'm taking this particular model, GPT-4.1.mini. Whatever the input I got from the text area, I am passing as an user input. And this is the prompt that I'm giving, create a short social media things for me. That's it. And what it is going to give me, it is going to give me a response. I'm going to show that response in my UI below. So this is the simplistic thing. If you know React, if you know web programming, simplistic thing you can get started to integrate AI into your learning system. This is the first thing on that connect thing. Okay, first demo. You all understood, right? Okay, great. So let's move on. Okay, it is showing here like design is a state, we're doing a state design and etc. Okay, so the next one, this is one I have created a video also. What it does basically, you take any code, any source code, and there is a language called JavaScript, I think there is a Python, Java, etc. You can select any of the language, and then you ask AI to explain that code in the normal English, in the natural English. So you explain this code in simple terms. See, this is the prompt I have designed. Very simple thing. And then what it will give me certain response. I'm using this particular model. This is the API that I'm doing, and I'm going to get the response. From the response, I'll get the actual explanation. I'll send as an API response, and my UI will simply print that. Are you guys not doing this kind of work already daily in your life? So can't you just bring AI into it to make it AI native? That's the only ask, right? So very simple application. So this is like API/explain code language, and once I get the data back, I'm showing the data basically. That's it. Okay. The third one is about RAG. is about the national GPT. So national award GPT. So let me explain what exactly it is. So an app like of how the public and the notice it and observe it closely, we show agentic stuff. So what we're doing, we're actually booking a flight. And look at the conversation. I hope people at the back can see it. Okay, so first it's making a post URL, post call on something called API/book flight. Okay, now for booking, it has to tell something, right? Certain query has to give what flight, from where and all to book. So I'm passing a prompt saying that, hey, I want to book a flight between BLR, I didn't say Bangalore, expecting my model to have enough knowledge what BLR and SFO means. So he says, sure, can you tell me your preferred date and time? And your choice of the business or the economy class. Now, most important thing, look into my next query. In the next query, I am never ever repeating my BLR and SFO. I am just giving the answer of what exactly to asked. That I want to travel between, say, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. or whatever the time I've given, and I want to travel in the economy. I have not mentioned BLR, I have not mentioned SFO. I want the agentic orchestration to have the memory, and in that memory, that information to be stored. Okay, now I do send. Now let's see the response again coming back. It's saying that, okay, a flight is available in the economy class, but now I need your full name and email address for booking. You see the conversation that is happening. So one of the things that it has already performed is called search, whether the flight is available or not. Now I am giving only the information, my name and email. Now it is going to do actual booking and say that, hey, your economy class thing is already successful. This is one use case. Now the second use case is like, I decided not to travel. I want to cancel my ticket. So next I will give a prompt just in a few seconds saying that, okay, I'm no more interested in traveling. Can you please cancel my ticket? So look at that. Hey, I want to cancel my flight. Now what are the information in general people ask, a broker ask? PNR number, email ID. So this is exactly going to ask, could you please give me your PNR number and email ID to proceed? Now you give the PNR number and then you give the email ID and it's going to cancel your ticket. If you just look into this, it sounds like magic. But it's pure logic inside. Okay, nothing more than that. So let's see the code and we understand. This is the agentic demo. Okay, so I have everything in the API layer. I have not developed the UI for it. So everything is an Express server. I again use OpenAI in my Node.js. If you have worked in Node.js, you know all this thing, how to do rate limiting, how to put your security layer. There's nothing new over here, okay? Okay, now what is new is going to come now. Yeah, I have created a route called API/book flight. You have seen that. On this only I was doing a post. Through that, yeah, this is the route, API/book flight. I was passing a query. I'm getting this query. Now notice, after getting the query, I'm sending it to a function called send to LLM. And then whatever the response I'm getting from that, I am telling, please process the response. Sending to the LLM is just like that creating the social card. We have done it already before. We given some prompt, expected certain things from the output as an LLM, and we are very happy, everything is done. But now we are talking about execution, tool execution. So it means that I have to somehow tell them that what kind of tools to execute and what kind of things to do. And for that purpose alone, let's see the send to LLM once quick. Yeah, we'll see this. Yeah, see this. 5 minutes. Okay, so this is my prompt. In this prompt, I'll just go back 1 minute to show it much better. Yeah. Look at this, why the prompts are important. I'm very specifically saying that you are a flight booking agent. You are always interacting with the system. You have the ability to do function calls. Functions are nothing but the tools. What kind of functions? To search on Make My Trip website, whether this time to this time flight is available. To book a flight, these are the function calls. So I'm telling that you are a superior agent who can do function calls. I'm also telling that in what format you respond. You always respond like your message. You always say that what function to call and what are the arguments to pass. And I am also educating this guy, this prompt, that what kind of function that you can call in what circumstances. You can call a function called book_flight and you can pass these arguments. Same for cancel flight, same for check flight and availability. And beautiful part is, these are the actual functions that I have written below. Okay? These are the actual functions that I'll be written below. Over here, if you can see, flight availability. Now, inside this function, you can call any third-party APIs. For example, Make My Trip, if they have exposed an API, you can search. If you got the result, you just do a return true. Right? So here, you're not only acting on the prompt-based part, but you're also allowing it to execute certain function or the tools, and based on that, you are sending the response. So based on this part only, that entire application was working. Okay? So I have showed you a few demos. I hope that is useful. Now, last couple of things I want to finish with. Okay, so one of the basic questions that I get, that after all these things, does it mean that I won't learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript? I would say that please, don't be misguided, because these are the things will be required. And in fact, with AI native into picture, these are the things that are becoming a little bit invisible and implicit. And that is why it is more important to learn, more important to understand how this works. Before, everyone used to talk about React. 6 months down the line, people won't be talking about it. How much attention React 19.2 has got? Tell me. It has so amazing features. People are still AI, right? That's what it is going to be. But still, these are important for you to debug and understand, right? And where it is going, same thing, just to close things. Web is now becoming AI native. So if you think about web, always think about AI with it. Don't think about web just without AI. Web developers are becoming the system composer. Basically, your work was looking into the Figma, following the Figma, deliver the UI. Right now, your work will be follow the Figma, deliver the work, but along with that, which model is more proficient, how to consume that model, what kind of way that you can do the agentic application. Those are the things that you have to bring into picture in your mindset. And of course, the tech stack is evolving. Some of the key lessons that I have learned to end with, one is, of course, AI is not replacing dev, but developers who is doing AI is going to replace you for sure. It's a hard truth. You have to accept. Second thing, I would say, like, it's not the end of web, basically, but it is actually a great opportunity for us to understand, invest our time to understand how AI can be integrated with our web application. And last thing, is a broken record, fundamentals never die. So please understand fundamental, do stuff. With that, I want to end. I have a couple of fundamental courses available on free on my YouTube channel. You can go ahead and check it out. And there is an announcement to make is, from January 1st, I am starting a series on AI native, a complete course of AI native for free. So whatever I have spoke here, you are going to see that completely in depth with project and everything. So if you are interested, please join. It will be available on my YouTube. You can stay connected. You can just scan this. You have all my details. So I probably took a lot of time, but thank you for having patience. And if you have any question, I can take. Thank you. What is the job posting? Yeah, I was talking about. Thanks for reminder. So I have a open position at CreoWis for 5+. I have a junior position also. You can go to creowis.com/career, but the 5+ one is I need it urgently. So if you are a full stack developer, in the sense is like you have worked with React, Next.js, and have some understanding on API, you can connect me and we can talk together. I'll be very happy if you can join me on Monday. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Tapas. It was really a great talk on AI native. I think many of them not aware of that. So I think after this talk, you can go explore more on this. So thank you so much. Now we'd like to call upon Mr. Aravind. So he'll be giving closing notes. Yeah. So one more announcement meanwhile. So the team Code Sapiens who have attended the mentorship program by Digital Dreamers 10's community kindly assemble at the back. So we'll be calling you out in the next after closing notes. So you can come and present yours. So yeah, I will be just calling out the team names. So Team Tech Titans, Team Hopeless, Levelers, Foundation Stack, Jason, and Null Pointers Dare to Compete. So all these teams kindly assemble at the last. We will be calling you out at the next. Have your presentations ready. So due to time constraints, we will be able to present only 2 to 3 people's team presentations. So other people, you can come just give a presentation for 2 minutes. So you can give a talk. So this will be about that. And if you have any questions about the speakers, you can come and ask them after this particular session. And kindly wait till the end. We'll be taking a group picture meanwhile. So, yes. Now we will be like to present the speakers. We'll to facilitate them. So I would like to call Mr. Aakash onto the stage, and it will be presented by Mr. Udaya. So can we put our hands together to congratulate them for their taking their time and coming and letting us know. Thank you so much, Mr. Aakash, for joining us today for this meetup. Right. Next, we would like to call Mr. Tapas, Adhikary, for a wonderful talk on AI native. So it will be handed over by Mr. Aravind. So meanwhile, I think you'll have all enjoyed the sessions. All the teams, Code Sapiens ready? Yeah. Can we just give him a round of applause for joining us, Thank you, Mr. Tapas, for joining us. Yeah.
Actually, Tapas has traveled all the way from Bangalore to deliver this talk. Actually, he is very busy. He just put so much of efforts to prepare this PPT and delivered a seamless talk. Thank you, Tapas, for joining us today. Thank you so much. Also, many of you know, right, Tapas is running a community called ReactPlay. He is also now going to start this React Kolkata, which is going to happen in February. Yeah. Also, he's run this YouTube Tapas script. He's also a founder, so you all know it. He also posted this job opening. So if any one of you interested, please reach out to him. Thank you. Yeah, so let's go with the closing notes. So first of all, how was the event, guys? Nice? Give some vibe, guys. We have put so much of efforts to host this event. Yeah. So first thing, like when we start this community, like it's the fifth event and probably the last event for this year. So within this 5 events, our community has grown a lot. Actually, from the community members, like we have around 2,500 plus members in LinkedIn, and we have around 600 in WhatsApp community. So if you guys are interested, you'll be having a QR like join us. You can scan that and join our community. You also find the QR code in the standees and the promotion materials. So the first thing is Udaya from our D3 community. He just take the global stage at React India. So we all, as a community engagement, we went to support our speaker. So this was our pick taken at React India. And then we also had a community partner for DevFest. So we had a CTO talk, also we had a community partnership. And then for TechSConf also, we have a community partner and these are our members. So if you're also attending any of these events, please do join us. Let's click a pic together and share our memories within the community circle. So as I told earlier, like Udaya from D3 community, he just made our community proud. Like he also presented presentation, he just mentioned about D3. He also mentioned about myself and Chennai React Nikhil. So kind of you, Udaya. Thanks for doing that. Because nowadays people are not giving credits, right? So they used to think about giving credits. So this guy is really making us proud. He just went a global stage and he just made D3 proud. So happy for that, being a community member. I'm so happy to see his achievements. So congrats. and keep going, Udaya. And of course, our host, Sahitya. She used to be very active in LinkedIn. But one thing, like in the DevFest, wise, to see a talk and the massive response from the audience was so amazing, actually. Keep going, Sahitya. Congrats. So, yeah. Yeah, I did a talk in JS Lovers community a couple of months back. So, actually, we were supposed to put it in Meetup 4. We couldn't do it, so we are showing it now. Yeah, so as we told, just please join our LinkedIn contest. Share your experience learning to the entire circle, because you are spending your day coming to this community meetup on Saturday. So if you're not posting it anywhere, no one knows it, right? So this is how you will gain visibility across the community. Let's say if you are seeking for any opportunity or you're trying to gain some visibility, so posting this will be beneficial for you. Also, it will be equally beneficial for us to reach a wider audience. So yeah, so if you are interested to join our committee, please scan this QR code. It will take you to our website where you can follow any of our social handles as per you wish, and you can stay updated about our future events too. Okay, done. Now let me go back to this. So yeah. So as part of community engagement, we had a engagement with Code Sapiens. It's like student mentorship program. Some of our folks from D3 community, they just lead this in association with Code Sapiens. Our community members went and mentored them. So we have few of students from Code Sapiens. Please come to the stage, guys. Yeah, Saitya will take over from here.
So I think all the teams are ready there. So kindly come onto the stage. Everybody who have been part of this program, kindly come onto the stage. So do we have to tell the team names again? Team Titans, Dare to Compete, and I remember only these two. I'll just take Team Hopeless, Levelers, and Foundation Stack, J. I am sorry if the pronunciation is wrong. J just Null Pointers, Dare to Complete. So these are the team. So everybody kindly come join us. And meanwhile, when the presentation is being connected, few folks can start and talking about how the session was, how the mentorship program was there, and who were mentoring you. So you can just meanwhile do that. So, excuse me, you can come join us here, stand here. Face the audience and you can stand. So let a presentation be connected and others can face the audience and stand. You all people, come join us. So everybody can see who are part of the program. Yes, join, come. So can we just give them a round of applause, and also the D3 organizers for being a part of this and mentoring them. So thank you so much for being a part of this mentorship program. If you the people who have mentored them, please kindly come onto the stage. Yes. Anybody else? Kindly come. Yes. So these are the D3 organizers who are part of this program. So kindly give them a round of applause. After being in a community, doing all community works, after professional career works, they were part of this. So it takes really it's a challenge for everybody. Not everybody can do that. So good news for that. So now we have the team who are being part of this. If you can come, let us all know about your experience. Who is ready to take up?
Hello everyone. I am Bavadarni, and this is the second time I meet again in YuniQ. For the first event, I came for YuniQ from Erode. I learnt a lot of things. Now I'm here showcasing my skills. Unfortunately, my teammates Dinesh and Yelango is not available due to examinations, practical examinations. So we have created a portal based on our college problem statement, where we end up in problems while we are doing certificate validation over manually. So we brought up digital for that, and we have team Dare to Compete for that. So we have digitalized that validation purpose, where we can allow students to upload their certificates based on their department's year And for ease of use for faculties, we have changed it to converting into Excel sheet where they mostly work on. So we made that simple, and we have planned to launch this for this annual day. It will be on March. So after further verification and validation, I'm happy to present here. And soon we will be launching for our college too. I'm happy to have this on YuniQ, most emotional one and sensational one for me personally. And thank you, YuniQ, for providing this space. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was really heartfelt. So anybody else who want to come?
So hello guys. I am Anish from Radhakrishnan Engineering College. My team name is Null Pointers and my teammate Rahul and Savita. So we have enrolled for a 1 month mentorship program. We have enrolled for a 1 month mentorship program in Code Champions. I don't know about this D3 community before, but after enrolling, I came to know about this, and this mentorship program gave us a nice experience, and we learned a lot. Despite having a semester, we have tried to pull off a decent MVP, I guess. So we will be presenting our project. It is an event booker like thing for college events. We can post the events like event page and event pictures, and students have to upload their ID card and those stuff. I will explain that in while presenting our project. So this is our short intro.
So I'm really happy to see many people like not just coming and attending the community events. Beyond that, they are taking that to next level. So each event by event, you could see the growth. So I think that's really what community actually needs, right? Yeah. So if you are also here and you want to be part of this and you want to grow yourself, anytime you can reach out any of us and be a part of us. So. So maybe any other team would like to take and meanwhile present?
Hello guys, it's me Naveen Nazrun and it's Vijay Sharan there. We have Team Foundation Stack. We created an hackathon management system. We'll present it in a while. So this hackathon management system, we made sure that the design is kind of revolutionary. We've used neo-brutalism this time. And there are a lot of features which you will understand only if you see. We'll show it soon. If there were no, actually, to be honest with you, if there were no mentors, we would have not been able to do this because we would have not found the motivation to do the entire project completely. So we thank all the D3 mentors for this. And
think that previous team is ready. Meanwhile, the team can just hold on.
So, okay. Hello everyone, myself Rahul. So first of all, I want to thank Code Sapiens for this. So because on this 4 weeks program, before this 4 week, I didn't have that much exposure on web development, and I have learned web development from the from the start and made a event booking platform. So this is our event booking platform. So and our landing page, this is our landing page. So and from this, the user can host events and they can also join events. So the joining is based on, we need to apply our ID card on our profile, and we need to give the request to the events while joining. When we give request to the event, the admin should accept based on the user, if the user is valid or not. And by this, the event is the user may know whether they got approved in the event or not. So this simple event registration, like event booking platform they have done. So this gave us a lot of experience in building websites on this 4 weeks. And thank you guys.
Yeah, next thing.
Okay, அது டக்குன்னு சீக்கிரம் நீ
என்னெல்லாம் ஃபேஸ் பண்ணீங்க ஸ்ட்ரகிள்ஸ் யூ கேன் Is this yours?
இல்ல எங்களுக்கு இது ஆக்சுவலா அவங்க ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிட்டாங்க.
So which team is presenting here? Anyone can start explaining about
Okay, so good morning everyone. We are Team Levelers and we have built a project called as Web Crawler, which is an AI-powered assistant to explore the websites, and it will be giving insights about the URLs which we give, and we'll be presenting it like right now. Like for the front-end part, we use HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. We have the landing page, and this is the login page. We connected Superpowers for the DB, and we use Flash backend. And also for the crawler engine, we used Beautiful Soap and Request for the crawler engine. And we connected everything with Gemini AI, where we can use single URLs and batch URLs. The single URLs will be generating the web crawler information about a single URL, and batch URLs will be generating the information for the given batch of URLs, and which can be downloaded as well. So we also have integrated a history page, which will be showing our history as a summary, and we'll be downloading it as well. This is the batch history, so we can download the batch PDF. This is the batch crawler report, which will be giving the summary, the title, and the URL websites. We'll be showing it. Okay, so this is the downloadable PDF which we have integrated with it, and my teammate will be explaining about the Gemini AI configurations.
Yeah, we have used Gemini AI for extracting and summarizing the URLs we have fed to it, and this website is basically in the content. It is in the theme of solo leveling anime. So as Sir said, design as a differentiator. We have differentiated our website with a new form of like design and yeah, color palette. Yeah, thank you.
Hello. Okay. So guys, our project is a hackathon management system called as Hackme. He will explain what the Japanese name means.
Oh, actually, Hackme means in the name Umi means sea. So I meant the sea of hackathons. So I named it as Hackme.
Okay. So அதாவது ஒரு ஓஷன் ஆஃப் ஹேக்கத்தான்ஸ் இருக்கிற மாதிரி ஓகேவா அவ்வளோ வந்து இதில் மேனேஜ் பண்ணலாம். ஓகே, ஸோ இஃப் யூ வாண்ட் டு டேக் அ லுக் அட் த சைட் ஃபார் யுவர் செல்ஃப், இதுதான் வந்து QR கோட். இஃப் யூ வாண்ட் டு சி யூ கேன் ஸ்கேன் திஸ், இல்லைனா வில் கெட் ஸ்டார்டட் ஆன் த சைட். Okay, so this is the main landing page, and if you sign in, okay, so இது வந்து sign in, sign up and all. So we've integrated OAuth for signing, and after you've signed up, you will be met with a page like this. So where you can like manage your teams, explore the hackathon, all the available hackathons, and view the projects and track events in the leaderboard. And if you want to create a hackathon for yourself, you can go on and create a hackathon. like this, and when that is done, so I can like so name or description, start, location, price, photo and all, you will get something like this. So I created this and so something like this, and you can get something for yourself. So and once that is done, you can like go on and explore all the available hackathons in this page. And I forgot about the tech stack. We made it with React. We made it with React plus White and TypeScript, and for the styling we used Tailwind CSS along with some of the Shatsian components, and for the backend we used Superpowers. We kept it simple, nothing fancy at all here, and he will explain about the managed teams functionality here.
Managed teams is nothing but you just go to this. Managed teams is nothing but your okay, here you go and just put a name, for example, something, and then a description, and then adukapra create team, and then you'll get it. That's all. So using this team, you can go and participate in any team hackathons like this. That's all. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Pujita and this is Pushpa Priya. We are Team ZGIS. So we made an internship finder app. It is a full stack app. We use Flutter for the front end, Fast API for the back end, and MongoDB as a database. So the app was actually made lot with AI. So we use Stitch for the designing part. It's a Google Stitch. You can create HTML and CSS. We got the idea and then we made a Flutter app from that. It is very simple. So you like an internship, you apply for it. For login and authorization, we used JWT, and for password encryption, we use Argon 2. So you just apply for it, and the dashboard has the snapshot. Go to the application. Yeah, so you get all your applications, all your saved thing, and it's a full stack app made with the help of mentors. So I'm really thankful for all the mentors to take this opportunity and teach us something which is out of our syllabus. Thank you.
And once again, hello everyone, I'm Bavadarni. I'm very thankful for Code Sapiens and D3 community for organizing this. We are happy to present our certificate validation portal for Nanda Engineering College. We kept it as simple as it. So here's a demo of it. We used to register, add points, get your certificates uploaded, and then submit. Later, we'll have that export feature based on departments, so that each department will have different admins, so they can work without clashes and send winners list for annual day as Excel sheet itself. So my teammates Dinesh S, Ilango K, and myself, we collaborated on this. We kept this simple for sake of usability, and we are working on further improvements. So I'd love to have some feedback on this. Thank you, Code Sapiens. Thank you, D3 community, for providing us this opportunity. And thank you, my mentor, Vignesh, and other mentors for guiding us throughout this session. It was very helpful. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Which team, any one members can come start talking?
Good afternoon to everyone. We are Tech Titans. Our team ID is 4018. So basically, this is our first meetup to come and experience like this. And thanks for all the speakers who have came and shared their innovative thoughts and their own journey in their lives. So I can sense some of your moods here. So our project is based on that. We are going to presenting you the new Gen AI, that is mood detector app, which was powered by that Code Sapiens mood detector. So which is mainly concerned about to understand the human feelings and to protect the privacy. And we always feel alone, and we need one hand to support us when we feel low. So basically that type of an application we have created. So basically we have started with showing 7 emotions and to predict the emotions. So this is an innovative journey collaborating with an technology and emotional intelligence. And we have lots and of technical stacks. My further teammate will be explaining about that.
ஓகே, இப்போது சம் டெக்னிக்கல் இஷ்யூவால் எங்களால் ப்ரொஜெக்ட் பண்ண முடியல. ஆனால் நான் வந்து ஃப்ரண்ட் எண்டில் என்னென்ன யூஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கேன், யூசர் இன்டர்ஃபேஸில் என்னென்ன யூஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கேன்னு சொல்கிறேன். HTML, CSS, JavaScript வந்து ஃப்ரண்ட் எண்டில் யூஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். இந்த மூட் டிடெக்டர் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, அதுக்கப்புறம் வந்து ML அண்டு AI உடைய இன்டிகிரேஷன் எங்கேருந்து எடுத்துருக்கோம், எப்படி அது ப்ராசஸ் ஆகுது அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, ஃபேஸ் API அண்டு TensorFlow.js-ஆல் JavaScript-ஆல் நாங்கள் இது இம்ப்ளிமெண்ட் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். அதுக்கப்புறம் வந்து பேக் எண்டுக்கு என்ன யூஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கோம் அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, பைத்தான் ஃப்ளாஸ்க் யூஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். நெக்ஸ்ட்டு வந்து JWT ஜேசன் வெப் டோக்கன் ஆத்தென்டிகேஷன் யூஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கோம் செக்யூரிட்டி பர்பஸ்க்காக. அதுக்கப்புறம் வந்து 14+ API மாடல்ஸ் வந்து API என் பாயிண்ட்ஸ் வந்து யூஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். அதுக்கப்புறம் வந்து SQLite வந்து டேட்டா பேஸ்க்காக யூஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். சரி, ஓகே, வைண்ட் அப்.
So kindly everybody stay. We are going to take a group picture in 1 minute. So I request everybody to kindly stay.
Hello everyone. We are Team O+. Myself Sudarshan and my teammate is Srishant. We have find an internship finder app because many students find it very difficult to find certified internships. Our web app is Srishant. First we need to register our ID. Then we have to log in. Once we are done with login, we have to select the filters. We need to select our domain. Next, we need to select our skills we know. Then we have to skill set our data sets. Basic. Then we will see our internships. We have to select any of our own internships from this. Then we have to register for the internship here with our details. That's it, our internship is registered.
So thank you for all your efforts, guys. So we couldn't afford that much time. So sorry for that. Do one thing. After going home, please record this video and put it in LinkedIn, tag D3 community, so that you'll be having a very good visibility. Okay. You can also get some feedbacks and comments in LinkedIn. Okay. So please do that.
Okay, so we have a website called as tamilnadu.tech. So if you want to know about events, tech events and startup events happening in Tamil Nadu, all across Tamil Nadu, so you can refer to it. It's an open source project. You can also look out for the GitHub. And if you are willing, you can also contribute. Thank you.
So thank you so much. Code Sapiens. So now we'd like to call upon everybody for the group picture. So everybody kindly leave your bags on the chairs, and you can come to the stage for the group picture. So thank you so much all the speakers for joining us for this particular event. It was really interesting and useful. So meanwhile, while you start coming, I would like to thank all the organizers of D3 community. There has not been any opportunity, much opportunity or visibility for all the organizers who are working behind. We can say they are the pillars of D3 community. So I would like to thank and appreciate Mr. Aravind Kumar, Ganesh, Harish, Hemnath, Indu Prakash, Sarvesh, Udaya, Kirtana, Hari, Mahavir, Pranav, Vidyot, Yogeshwari. So for putting out so many efforts into organizing all the D3 community meetups. So quickly everybody kindly come join us friend for the group picture. So everybody kindly come fast and join us and arrange yourselves in your based on your height. So everybody will be visible in the group picture. So before we end off, I would like to thank our venue sponsor YuniQ for giving us this opportunity to conduct and successfully complete this particular event, Digital Dreamers 10's Meetup number 5. Thank you for your continuous support. So the people, if you can arrange yourself in the front, sitting, even if, because everybody will not be visible, you can just come forward and if at all this wide will not be visible, few people can get seated at the front. The people at the you can come join here, no? Still to your left, sorry, to your right. The people at two back, you can, two to three people can come join, stand here. Yes, organizers kindly join. Yes, you can also come join, no? You'll just say 3, 2, 1. D3. Thank you so much. So we would like your support to fund the upcoming events as well. Stay tuned. Follow us on LinkedIn and Instagram. We will be updating.